What's going on, everybody? You're watching Knicks Now by Chat Sports. I am your host, Marshall Green. We are live here on the channel on a Friday. You guys have been just showing so much love. We decided to go live another time this week. In today's video, we're going to break down some news and rumors surrounding the Knicks. A lot of talk around Mikal Bridges and Josh Hart and Jalen Brunson, with all three of them being a part of Team USA. We're going to talk about them in today's show. We also got trade targets, some trade targets that the Knicks could potentially look to make moves for, as we have some info on Jalen Brunson's contract and why it may be imperative for the Knicks to make a move here pretty soon. And then we got a couple of mailbags, maybe one mailbag, maybe two mailbags to get to on today's show. Matters how many questions you guys ask, but I appreciate everybody rocking and rolling with us here on a Friday afternoon. Let's get the comment section going, as we got 120 people watching this stream already. Let's get a real one roll call. If you're a real one, drop a real one down below. I see a whole bunch of A1s since day ones down in the comment section. Comment those real ones as we wait a couple of minutes for everybody to get that push notification and join us in here as we go live on the channel. Shout out to Ronald Johnson, Kingdom Come Music, and One Edits. What up, brother? What up, Bo? What up, E Diggs? What up, Levi's? So real. Steelers Knicks fan says, no more Nick rumors. Let's make moves and get that star. I hope so. I hope so. Rich Talk Nick says real one. Joshua Wright in the building says real one. James Clemente. Rich Rob in the building. Ski. Real one. A1 since day one. James Mason. William McConaughey. Derek. Jet Life for Life. And One Edits. I was just watching your Nova Knicks edit that you made. It was fire, brother.
Yeah.
It was fire, brother. We do got Patrick Seaman with us riding shotgun. Seeps, happy Friday, man.
Yeah, happy Friday. Feels good. We got a ton to talk about today. A lot of Villanova talk connected to the New York Knicks. We're going to show a lot of stats and everything from Brunson and Bridges, their times at Villanova, and just really diving into how good the Knicks can really be. If they would somehow be able to land Bridges, it could be special. Like, it could be really, really special.
I think the Bridges talk is fun, of course. I think next season is when it could heat up.
Yeah, most likely, because he would be player option, correct?
He's under contract, I think, until the summer of 2026.
Okay.
So, or 2025. But, like, let's say the Nets are bad this year. And
which could be.
Which I think is absolutely a possibility.
Yeah.
I think they'd only be good because of Mikal Bridges. Maybe then Bridges requests a trade or something along those lines. I know a lot of people will say there's no way, no how that the Knicks are going to do a deal with the Nets. But we've seen crazier stuff happen in the world of sports.
Yeah.
No doubt about it. As we get our first Super Chat of the day from Peter Wynn. A winner, Peter Wynn. My man says, hello, Marshall and Seatman. Peter, love to see you in the chat, my man. We appreciate the $10 Super Chat. It is a big day for us, as Bo Nurse said Will Scott left. That's why. Someone says Ross. Ross says, why do you randomly
Hey, plug back in.
I was just helping out.
Plug back in your audio.
Oh, my audio's bad. This is brutal.
There you go.
Good. How are we sounding now? Better?
Oh, crisp. So crisp.
Crystal clear? I don't know why. I can't hear you for some reason, but we're good.
Now you can hear me.
No.
No, now you can't.
I can hear you through the headphones, but not through the mic. Is the mic better? Is the mic better? Yeah. Let me know. 1, 2, 1, 2. Here we go. New York Knicks Now live on a Friday. If the mic sounds better, type me. Peter Wynn said, is the Raiders Chat Sports live now? They are live right now. And there's already controversy once again in this Super Chat battle, Patrick.
There is.
As the Raiders report went live yesterday, and they want to include their Super Chats from yesterday.
They want to include?
They want to include that.
All right.
Of 1.6. They said since they went live yesterday and they think that they pretty much conceded defeat, I would say.
Yeah, they were nervous heading into this today.
They were 100% nervous. They almost called it off.
Yeah.
So we had to somewhat make an agreement of where we could count their super chats from yesterday. That was the only way they would do it. So that's what we're going to do. We're going to count their super chats from yesterday. I still think we're going to come out on top because we got the best damn fans in the world. But our Raiders channel, the #1 Raiders channel in the world, the #1 super chat channel on YouTube, is live in the studio next to us.
Yep.
And we're going to take him down. As Rob Rod said, we said Friday, no way. Rob, trust me, we agree.
That's what we thought.
Rich Rob, we agree, brother. It was the only way we could do it, though.
Yeah, I mean, I get it. They, after the 2 L's we handed them, they need to have the upper hand somehow.
We are 2-0 against them.
2-0.
And I think that they don't like to hear that.
No, they don't like to hear it.
So we're coming for him again today, Peter. Peter says not anymore. I'm scared Peter Wynn is going to be dropping the eyeball emojis. And Peter Wynn might be the MVP today.
He might be.
He's going for the sweep, he says.
Should
we get a broom? Maybe we got a broom in here. We'll bring that out.
Somebody's going to need to step up.
Someone's got to step up. Rich, I agree. We already gave him an L today.
Yeah.
We're giving him a bone right here by even letting them do this BS that they're doing, but it is what it is at this point. It sucks, but hey, I believe in us. Kingdom Come Music, a first-time super chatter. If you super chat for the first time today, I'm going to take a tequila shot for you. I'm taking a tequila shot. If you super chat for the first time today, shout to Kingdom Come Music. We appreciate you. You will never forget how warm and wet it is right now when you first popped your super chat cherry as Peter Wynn! Bang! $100 super chat from Peter Wynn!
Cheers!
Peter Wynn! He says, let me start.
You got it.
We're off and running now. We are
it.
off and running now. As Kingdom Come Music said, would you rather have Donovan Mitchell or Zach LaVine? That's a good question, Seeps. What do you think about it?
Donovan Mitchell or LaVine? I'll go LaVine. I think I've been saying this for a while. I think Mitchell has a little Westbrook in his game. And I just think people just aren't really too familiar with LaVine's games because he's never really been in the playoffs. And I also don't think LaVine not being in the playoffs is a kind of indictment on his game. I just think it's who he's been playing with. I think if LaVine would get in the playoffs, he would show a lot of people just his natural talent.
Let me know what you guys think down in the comments section. Type DM for Donovan Mitchell. Type ZL for Zach LaVine. Which player would you rather have on the New York Knicks?
It's tough. I also think LaVine would fit next to Brunson way better than Mitchell because LaVine can play off-ball more.
I think LaVine can play off-ball more. I think you get more size, too, with Zach LaVine. I think Donovan Mitchell may be a better pure scorer than Zach LaVine, but I don't think LaVine needs the ball as much as Donovan Mitchell does to be effective.
Yeah.
I don't know if you're hunting Zach LaVine in the playoffs.
On defense?
Yeah, I don't think you are.
Oh, no, I don't think you can. I mean, he was picking up 94 feet for Team USA a couple years ago, and he was one of their better defenders.
I agree. I don't see a world where Zach LaVine is not a good, at least an average defender. I know we haven't seen him in a lot of high-pressure situations, so it's hard to judge that. But like you said, you brought it up. When he was playing in the Olympics for Team USA, he was the guy that was picking up full court for them. He was the guy that was applying on-ball pressure 92 feet. I think LaVine, let me see something real quick. Who's a better catch-and-shoot player, you think?
I'd go LaVine. I mean, LaVine is 41 point, I believe it was 2 this past season, or 41.6. LaVine was 41.6 on catch-and-shoot, 34.2 on pull-up threes, and then 62.7 on less than 10 feet.
Donovan Mitchell was 37.6% on catch and shoots.
Okay.
But he was 39.2% on pull-up threes.
Wow, that's incredible.
Yeah, so Donovan Mitchell, I think is a better pure scorer. I think he's a better pure shot creator. But you get a 6'6" guard in LaVine compared to a 6'1" guard.
Yeah.
And Donovan Mitchell finished 61.5% on less than 10 feet.
So similar.
Zach LaVine a little bit better in that department. I think LaVine doesn't get the respect Mitchell does just because he hasn't done it in the playoffs. But I think if you just replace Donovan Mitchell with LaVine on those Jazz teams, they're the exact same team.
I feel like Beal, LaVine, and Mitchell, they're all kind of in the same bucket. They're just really high volume scorers. But I mean, dude, LaVine shot over, I think it was 38% or 37% from three the past 4 seasons. He is a sniper from downtown.
And I saw someone in the chat said Zach doesn't want to come to New York. That is not true. It was Clutch Sports. If you read the article, it says Zach LaVine's camp. Not Zach LaVine. It was Zach LaVine's camp, a.k.a. Rich Paul in Clutch Sports. It has not been reported that Zach LaVine does not want to be a Knick. I just want to get that 100% crystal clear because that was not said, Seeps.
And I promise you LaVine would love to be a Knick.
Yeah.
He loves Tibbs. Him and Tibbs have a very good relationship. And, why would you not want to go play in the best basketball arena in, the world? I think that was overstated.
Yeah, we've heard rumors that Clutch Sports may not be Clutch Sports in a couple of years, as it sounds like rumors suggest Rich Paul and LeBron James want to buy an NBA pro basketball team, and they would have to get out of the agency market. So just keep your eyes on that. I do not think a Zach LaVine trade to the Knicks is dead. I do not. As Seeps, the Bulls have been talking with other teams now about trading LaVine.
Yeah, there was a report that came out today that the Bulls have been talking to the Trailblazers and the Sixers about still moving LaVine. So I think it's going to be one of those situations. I don't think it's going to happen before the year, but it very well could happen. If the Bulls are 5 games below 500 at the trade deadline, and maybe they're finally let's just rip this Band-Aid off. Whatever team has the best offer, we'll send him there. I wish the Bulls would have taken the other route and moved him early for you could have got a better trade package. But, it would be tough for the Bulls to say no if the Knicks offer him 2 firsts at next year's trade deadline, or maybe just 1 first, and RJ could probably get it done. And
I don't think the Knicks need to be 100% built and complete and ready to go in Game 1. They made a huge trade at the trade deadline, which made them one of the best teams in the NBA. Who's to say they can't do that again?
Yeah, exactly. And we've seen that time and time again. Whoever makes that big move at the deadline, it always ends up helping them out.
As we're getting some news here, Ian Begley said league sources confirmed that the Knicks will get the least favorable of the Pacers and Suns. Okay, so the 2 second-round picks the Knicks are getting in that Obi Toppin trade are this is brutal, 2028 and 2029 second-round pick. So you're getting 2 second-round picks 5 years from now for Obi Toppin.
That's tough.
I
trade chips.
So last night I tweeted something out and I didn't realize it. It made no sense. There was just a lot of I fucked it off. I did not include a specific word. I said this. Did the Knicks trade Obi Toppin to the Pacers and do him a favor? Because it was clearly a favor for Obi.
Yeah.
They traded to a team that he fit perfectly with and that he could start with. Did the Knicks do Obi Toppin a favor to kind of clean up their PR and their public image after the Cam Reddish situation went south? Clutch Sports didn't like what happened with Cam Reddish. They declined multiple trades for him just to keep him on the bench. Did the Knicks do Obi Toppin a solid to kind of save face a little bit in that Cam Reddish debacle? I don't think that's out of line to think that.
Yeah, I don't know if it's out of line. I don't know how much they would actually how much it actually bothers Leon Rose. I don't know if he's sitting up there I don't care what you guys have to say, but
I feel that. I just think
it's possible.
I think they just did Obi a solid, man.
Yeah.
I think they did Obi a solid. He didn't want to be here.
He fits the Pacers' play style extremely well.
Sherwin says Obi is not going to start. Obi will start Game 1. 100%.
Yeah, I mean, he'll start over Jarris Walker.
They're going to start a rookie Jarris Walker over Obi? No, Obi Toppin will start. I think it's possible the Knicks did Obi a solid to kind of do a little PR makeup to kind of make up for that Cam Reddish situation, but I don't really know how much that actually does. As Mr. Bo sends in a $5 super chat and says, #Raiders fam, that's why the Knicks are moving to Las Vegas. Dolan built a whole basketball sphere for the new home of the Knicks, a relevant franchise. Well, Boner, no. The Knicks are not moving to Las Vegas.
That sphere is sweet, though.
The sphere is sweet. Did you see it lit up as a basketball?
No, I did not
for
see
Summer
that.
League, a huge NBA Summer League basketball.
It's
cool.
so crazy seeing how small the cars look when they're driving next to it. Like, I want to see it in person now.
Yeah. Mr. Boner, I don't know. As John Borelli says, as long as Rob ain't here, I'm down.
He hasn't shown up yet.
Rob Rodriguez has not shown up yet. So John Borelli, our resident Raiders fan and just a real one, maybe a little bit of a Knicks fan, likes the Warriors. That's his team, but he shows love to us. We are in a Super Chat battle versus the Las Vegas Raiders report. This is our Super Chat menu for today's show. $10 Super Chat, we'll take some shots. If we get a $50 Super Chat, we'll do a beer shot fun race. My man Peter Wynn sent in 100, so we're going to knock down one race right now. Also, Peter, I forgot to tell you this, guys.
Yeah.
So we auctioned off our Real One board. You guys know the board, the Knicks Now board. Said Real One on there. We wrote all the names of the real ones on there. Mr. Big L. Big L was the winner of that, and we shipped that to him. So we needed something else to be kind of our Hall of Fame. And if you send in a $100 Super Chat, we are going to write your name on a sticker, and we're going to put it on the boot. We're going to put it on the boot. Right. Peter Wynn is the first one going on the boot. Peter Wynn, this is for you.
Welcome, Peter Wynn. Appreciate it as always. And then Sean came in with the $5 Super Chat saying they had to be doing Obi and the Pacers a favor because how is it that no other teams made a better offer for Obi? Crazy to me. And Marsh, you kind of speculated on that a little bit. Maybe they did have a better offer, higher picks or whatever, and they just said, we'll just do Obi a favor. Like maybe it didn't push the needle too much to get a higher second-round pick for them. They just wanted to, send Obi where he wanted to go.
I don't know what to make of it, to be honest with you. It's definitely a weird situation, as Peter Wynn is the first person on our Knicks Now Boot Hall of Fame. Peter Wynn, let's ride. If you send in a $100 Super Chat, we will add your name to a sticker, and we will add it to the boot, and you will forever be a part of the Knicks Now Hall of Fame. Rest of the Super Chat menu is there as well. We'll do a beer race, beer shotgun race coming up in a second. Let's do it. Let's get after it. Let's have some fun. We got 310 people watching. If you could, hit that thumbs up icon. Like today's video. Let's get up to 200 likes. That would have been bad. That would have been bad. Oh, as Peter Wynn with a $50 Super Chat. He's coming for the MVP. He's coming for the MVP. He said, so far my collection are Real One shirt and a basketball signed by your channel. We all, every single person, Peter, at Chat Sports, even our CEO and our COO, signed that basketball. It was pretty cool. I was glad Peter Wynn won that. Peter, you're the man, bro. You're the man. We love you here at Chat Sports, and we appreciate everything you do for us. We appreciate it. As Rays fan Randy and Yandy and Franco says, first-time subscriber. Shout out to you, man. If you're subscribed to the channel, I want you guys to type me in the comment section. I think I put it over there. Every $100 Super Chat, you're going to join our Boot Hall of Fame. You can't really see it.
We used to be Fireball and Shot Fun, and now we're tequila and
just shotguns.
shotgun.
We've grown up on this channel. We have grown up on this channel right before your eyes. We went from Fireball to tequila to shot funds to shotguns. That's what we do. We're growing up right before your eyes. We are talking Knicks basketball today, so don't think that's not a thing. We got some fun Mikal Bridges juice to talk about, as he is definitely being recruited right now by Josh Hart and Jalen Brunson. I think he's a Knick. I think he's a Knick. I don't think it's this summer, but I definitely think next summer could be that. Jalen Smith, Jarris Walker. Jalen Smith is 23-6, and yeah, he's going to come off the bench. Obi Toppin Sherwin will start for the Pacers, and when he does, I once again will tell you, I told you so, Sherwin. I told you so. All righty, for Peter Wynn, today's MVP so far. Woo! Ice cold. As cold as ice. That. So this is what it does. It puts a little hole in there. You pop the top and you get to chugging. And you get to chugging. Woo! Let's have a day. Let's have a day. As Rich Rob comes in with a $5 super chat. Rich, the Double R's are in the building. Rich Rob, we'll start with him, then we'll go to Rob Rod. Rich Rob said, yo, chat, if all 302 of us send a $5 super chat, we catch up to yesterday, then Peter Wynn and Rob Ron can go John Wick on Raiders Now. LFG. I love how everyone knows what the deal is.
Yeah, everybody's locked in. We all know the game plan. We're like, we're taking a test right now, but we got all the answers.
We got
studied
all
the guide.
the answers right now. As Peter says, real ones start checking in now. I love that, Peter. As Rob Rod comes in with a $100 super chat, and he says, time to get the party started. As John Scheffler is in the building. John Scheffler, I know you're a Raiders Report real one. We're coming for you today.
We're coming.
We're coming for you today.
We're coming.
So we had to make a truce a little bit with the Raiders Report.
Yeah.
The Raiders Report went live yesterday, and they had a hell of a day. They got up to $1.6 thousand in super chats. And Mitch said, if we're going to super chat battle, y'all got to include our supers from yesterday. And I said, you know what? That's fair.
That's fine.
That's fair. One, because they went crazy yesterday. But two, we're still going to beat them.
Yeah,
they may have got a $1,600 lead on us, Seeps.
It don't matter.
It don't matter. We are still gonna win.
It doesn't matter where you start. It matters where you finish.
It matters where you finish. This is where the race is right now. 281 to 1.7. We are going to catch them. I know for a fact we are going to catch them. As Tony G comes in with their first ever super chat. If you super chat for the first time today, we're taking tequila shots for you. Let's freaking go. We're partying on a Friday afternoon here in sunny Dallas.
Way to listen to Rich Rob.
Rich Rob said 5-1, real one, let's go. Rich Rob said if everyone sends in $5 super chat, we'll catch the Raiders Report. We absolutely will.
Let's have a day.
Oh, it's Quinn QG. QG, my man. Tony, this one's for you. Thank you, brother.
Shout out to you, Tony. We appreciate it. And then QG, a real one in the building, says, let's go, my man. Gilliam, how you doing?
My man QG, what up, brother? Rob Rod said, where are they right now? They're in the studio right next to us.
Yep.
And they're at $1.7 thousand in super chats. This is the official tie score right now. Shout out to QG. He said, real one, let's go. QG, you are the definition of a real one. So this is the score right now is actually, I need to add another sticker to our boot because Rob Rodriguez sent in that $100 super chat. Seeps, break down what's going down today.
Yeah, so right now we're in a battle. We're in the thick of things. They did have the advantage. They went live yesterday and made 1.6, and we said you guys can keep it. That's fine with us. So we're kind of in a dog's race right now. We're trying to scurry our way up that mountain, but I believe in us. And shout out to Keith Turner joining us. Ramon Garcia's in the chat. I am Jules.
I am Jules.
Obviously, Rich Rob's in the chat. Shout out to you. And then S Teacher Planner. Ready to go as well.
Teacher Planner.
Let's go.
Teacher Planner.
I don't know why the blue and orange dots show up like that on our system, but she says let's go with a couple of beer emojis. And I'm ready to go with you, S Teacher. I'm ready to go with you.
As we officially have taken the lead against the Las Vegas Raiders report. My man Rich. Excuse me.
Hold on.
Excuse me.
On.
Hold up. 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 As we have now taken the lead.
Here we go!
Rodriguez, a $1,700 Venmo.
Let's go!
Rob Rodriguez,
We did
the
it!
MVP is in the building.
Let's go!
He's
Let's go!
in the building.
Let's go!
Fill the boot.
Let's go!
Fill the boot. We're in this thing. Yeah.
Here we go.
Here we go, Raiders. Here we go, Raiders.
Oh no.
Here we go, Raiders.
Oh no.
Rob
Everybody
came with
spam the chat.
Type those double R's in the chat.
Get them going.
Type those double R's in the chat.
Get 'em
Holy
going.
shit. MVP, Rob Rodriguez.
This is almost one of the biggest Venmos we have ever received
In company history.
in company history.
So, the highest super chats and Venmos ever have all come from the Las Vegas Raiders report.
Yes.
The biggest super chat / Venmo ever sent in was Raider Ron, 3,500. Wild One sent in a 2,014 cents.
Just to beat Raiders podcast.
And they just did that to beat Raiders podcast
Yes.
of 2014. And then Raider Ron, a GOAT
Yep.
here at Chat Sports, sent in a 2,000 and an 1,800. I have a weird, sick feeling
I think
that
he's
Rob
going.
Rod is not done.
I don't think
He
he's
is not
done.
done.
I don't think he's done.
He is done.
He's going for it.
As we also are officially going to add Rob Rod to our new Boot Hall of Fame. If you send in a $100 super chat, we're going to add you to the boot with your name on the initials as Peter Win! Bang! Peter Win!
Come on, Peter!
It's a race!
We're
It's
ready!
officially a race!
We're ready!
Peter Win! We're adding you another name to the boot!
We are ready. We are ready. As who is moving graphics in the Studio B?
Stop moving graphics to Studio B, please.
Alrighty, hold on.
What did they move over?
Just about everything, so
Oh my gosh.
appreciate it.
Moving back. Way to go, Trace! We're right here. You can hear us.
Come on.
Wow, that's demoralizing right there.
Yeah.
But Peter Win comes in with a $100 super chat. We're going to put that one right below his.
Shout out to Peter.
Shout out to freaking Peter Win. He's got 2 on the boot.
And then
As my man
legend.
Jay Boogie, salute. He says, shout out to the greatest NBA fan base, Chat Sports. I got a new album dropping in October called J Boogie Presents Knicks in the Booth. Grab that. My man J Boogie is the realest. He is a GOAT inside the Knicks fandom. He had his song played at Madison Square Garden during the NBA playoffs. He shows a bunch of love to this channel. My man J Boogie is a real one. I'm going to ask J Boogie, if you're still watching, we need a Knicks Now song.
That would be sweet, J Boogie.
J Boogie, you cook up a Knicks Now song, and it will be on our intro videos on our live shows. How about that?
Yeah.
About a minute-long song, maybe a verse, a quick hook, a minute long, J Boogie, and we will play that. That will be the song to go into the intro.
I would love that.
Give some love, show some love. My man J Boogie, always showing love to the channel. We appreciate it, my man. Thank you, brother. As Jay Liv comes in with a $10 super chat and says, say what? A double R to man.
He is Jay Liv.
I cannot believe
he is.
Double R sending a $1,700 super chat. As I Am Jules also sent in a $5 Cash App. Shout out to him.
Let's go.
My man, I Am Jules, always showing love. I just saw that. I did see you, brother. It ain't little. Every little bit counts, my man. Do not discredit the love that you give to this channel. I know we make a big deals about the super chats. We just try to show love to the people that show love to us. But there's so many ways to support this channel for free. If you just watch, that's the easiest way. Like the videos, comment, subscribe, and tell a friend to tell a friend. That's the easiest way to support this channel. The easiest way to support this channel. We were going to do some segments on the New York Knicks, but someone decided to move over our graphics, which means
I think we're good.
It's going to take us a little while. So,
should we knock out one more shot fun real quick?
I got a boot.
Oh, I'll do a
You'll
gun
do a
right
shotgun?
Here. Yeah.
As we've already taken the lead. Rich Rob says, scoreboard. Scoreboard. Rich Rob, that's why I didn't have a problem letting them use the super chats from yesterday.
Yeah.
Because I knew the Knicks Now real ones would come in and just dominate the day. Because that's what we do as Knicks fans. The best damn fans in the world.
I will say, I don't know if Marsh and I can thank you guys enough.
No,
actually,
we cannot.
We can have all this fun and we can get drunk with you guys, and it's a fuck ton of fun for us. But
it's ridiculous.
There's really no true way that we can actually say thank you, and it's just kind of double R, appreciate it, it's awesome. There's no real true way that we can repay this. But you guys are the reason we're live right now. Without you guys, we wouldn't be able to go live on a Friday. So you guys are doing it. So
seriously. It. From myself, from Seeps, from everybody here at Chat Sports, we just want to say thank you, because the run that we are on right now as a channel, as a company, is crazy, and it ain't stopping. It ain't stopping anytime soon. That's why That's why myself, Patrick Seatman, have been doing everything we can. I always say we put out Knicks videos every single day. We are literally putting out Knicks videos every single day. We've put out 2 Knicks videos every single day for the past 12 days at this point, and it's because you guys continue to show love, you continue to watch them, and it's incredible to see the results that you guys give us. It's a lot of fun for us. Look, we wouldn't make videos if no one was watching, and you guys are, so thank you, and we appreciate it, man. We appreciate it. You got another one in you? I can't believe we're doing boots already, but here we are. As Fernando came in with a $20 super chat.
Hey, Ronald, boot at...
We're at, what are we at, 21? 25.
25, yeah. 25.
We're at 2,100.
1,000 on here.
Okay.
500 more. 500.
Yeah, we're 500 away from Seeps doing a boot. So here we go.
Ronald is just trying to get me hammered right now, saying 2 boots. Is Marsh down the hatch. Let's ride. Let's ride.
Holy shit. That hurt.
Shout out to you guys. The post-boot reactions are the best. Because they never get easier. They never get easier. As Cisco, a first-time super chatter, shout out to you. We'll take a shot for you, my man. We got the tequila going. I got the 1800. Trying to have a day.
That hurt, dude. I've done a couple of boots now at this point in my career.
A little bit.
That one was the worst one ever.
That was it?
That one,
Cisco, we appreciate it. Welcome.
Cisco, we appreciate you. First time super chatter. You will never forget what it feels like right now after you finally punched through and did it for the first time.
You did it, Cisco.
You will never forget this feeling. You'll be chasing this feeling for the rest of your life, Cisco. Thank you, sir, for the $5 super chat.
Then Fernando with big moves.
My man Fernando says, let's go for OG Anunoby and sign Bridges next year. Do you mean sign Miles Bridges? You can't sign Mikal Bridges next year as he is not a free agent. Dude. I'm struggling.
Oh.
I'm struggling, dude.
But I have to put this hard clock at 5 instead of 6.
Holy shit. I'm sweating. I am freaking sweating, dude. Oh, man, that hurts.
All right. Next boot is coming to my.
Yeah, we need you to do that.
Yeah, I'll handle the next boot. We're 500 away. As we are still in the lead, 2.1. Shout out to Rob Rodriguez, the largest super chat in Knicks Now history. If you guys missed it, the man dropped a $1,700 Venmo. Shout out to him. That's why Marsh is pacing back and forth right now.
Dude, it's not good.
It's 'cause of the man.
I've never felt this way. I might throw up.
You're kidding right now.
I might throw up.
You have to be kidding.
John Borelli in the chat says, I told Mitch we ain't effing with Rob. You effing crazy, man. Are they already conceding?
They're waving the white flag.
Is the Raiders report already conceding the battle? I mean, it took us 32 minutes to catch up to what they did yesterday and today.
Come on, guys. Oh,
Tony
no.
says boot and rally. Let me boot. Let me boot and rally.
There you go.
I'm feeling better.
Shirley's cheering you on. Like, come on.
I'm feeling better.
There we go. We should.
Borelli, get that Mount Raider group chat going and get them in there.
Yeah, seriously.
Get them in there. Let's go.
What are your thoughts on knocking these cuts out?
John Borelli says, oh, nah. We're going to make all y'all drink, and that's all that matters.
The thing is, you guys are going to be the ones drinking.
You guys, a.k.a. Mitch and Chugs. Dude,
That's what I was saying. We should get these cuts out of the way.
All righty. Let's do a cut. Are the graphics good?
Yeah, they're good.
All righty.
Q&A coming up in probably like 45 minutes or so. So hashtag Knicks or super chat. If you already super chatted, I'll make sure to include you guys in the mailbag. But hashtag Knicks, get your question in our software, pulls right to my little computer right here, and then we're able to throw your question on screen. But the first segment, we're going to be talking about 5 players the Knicks could trade for, some trade candidates, and we'll be diving into that. Second segment, my favorite segment, we're talking about Mikal Bridges heading back, or not heading back, or I guess teaming back up with Jalen Brunson, Josh Hart, and Dante DiVincenzo, the big ragu.
Tony Girth offer says, consider a collab with Knicks TV, Fan TV boys. Would love to see 2 Knicks Titans break it down. I've messaged CP before. I didn't get anything back, so I'd love to do something with Knicks Fan TV. My man CP is the godfather. He has paved the way for all of us, but it takes two to tango.
Yeah.
It takes two to tango. I have messaged him before. That's all I can do. That's all I can do. I would love to do it, though. I would love to do it. As Matthew Peterson
Petey.
with a $5 super chat. Petey, thanks for the leg room today. 5 worst logos in the NBA. I love this.
Great question.
I love this. You go one, I go one, you go one.
Okay, so off the top of my head,
Jazz is bad. Jazz
Jazz
is
the
bad.
music note.
I think the Wizards is really bad as well.
Yeah, the Wizards one is not
The
too
Wizards
good.
is bad.
I might say Pelicans.
Yeah,
Pelicans ain't
Pelicans
too good.
stinks. What the hell is the Portland Trailblazers? It's just like a
Yeah,
circle with two things going like that.
Trailblazers isn't too hot.
Yeah, what exactly?
The new Raptors logo is just a basketball with the raptor claw kind of. I'm not the biggest fan of that one. But I like their old school one.
I just had to make sure that we said Jazz. And because they keep changing colors.
Ridiculous.
Yes.
Ridiculous. I think the Nets logo sucks. It's a basketball
Yeah.
with a B in it.
Yeah, I'm not the biggest fan
The
of that.
Brooklyn
as well.
Nets logo stinks.
Oh!
As Fernando, $100 super chat. Bang!
Welcome!
Fernando, he's going on the boot, Seeps.
Fernando!
He's going on the boot.
The man, the myth, the legend, Fernando comes in out of nowhere, puts the icing on the cake of the New York Knicks smackdown over the Raiders report here. Fernando, you're a legend. Welcome to the Boot Hall of Fame. I will be destroying that boot. I was about to say some really sus stuff right there, but I had to catch myself. Yeah, we're going to be doing that boot here soon in a second if we get 400 more. 400 away from the next boot.
We're $400 away from the next boot. Drip Moore says today is payday, baby. New York Knicks all day.
All day.
Love that. My man Fernando is going on the boot. If you send in a $100 super chat, we're going to put your name on a sticker and we're going to add you to the boot. And once it's filled, we're going to auction the boot off. We're going to auction the boot off. Mark says that's more than $100.
I think it technically is.
Let me talk to our team here.
We'll get the behind the scenes report in right now.
Our currency experts still in the building? All right. Sam Brown, what
Sam will know
currency
this.
is this?
You're on the screen.
Yep.
Wait, where? That's Euro.
Euro. How many euros is 100? 110? $110 super chat from Fernando. What a
Let's go.
legend. What a legend. Shout out to Fernando.
Come on, Fernando.
He says pounds are more than dollars. Yeah, that's why we have a currency exchange commission
We
at
got
Chat
a guy,
Sports.
Sam. He's all locked in.
Sam knows currency. Dude, I'm trying to stall because this boot, I am hurting. I'm hurting. I'm not going to lie. It's
We should have
embarrassing.
saved it.
Yes, thank you. Thank you. Yeah. So those are euros, huh?
Yeah, those are euros.
Those
yeah.
are euros.
Those are euros.
That's why we have you guys. John Scheffler says, come on, take that boot down. Sheffy, we already
400.
did a boot. We already did a boot. How far are we away?
We're about 400, or I guess 375 around there.
We're 375 away from Patrick Seatman doing a boot. Oh, dude, I just feel like if I threw up, I'd feel so much better.
Want to?
Kind of, but I'm not going to.
Why not?
John Scheffler, what's going on with the Raiders report over there? When's the last time they got a super chat?
I don't know. It's been a while.
When is the last time?
It was.
John Borelli says Mitch is going to do a few boots today. He's got my jersey on. Borelli, it sounds pretty quiet in Studio A where the Raiders report is.
I haven't got a message from Jeremy in 10 minutes.
But
now,
put the
so
score up again. Put the score up
it's-
again.
I mean, It's
It's not looking good for them.
They started at 1-6.
They had a 1.6K head start.
Yeah.
Borelli, you may have to put the Raiders report on your back today.
Yeah, Borelli, they might need you over there.
As Rob Rodriguez says, seems like they don't want to rattle the Hornets' nest.
Hell no, Rob.
Rob, I think you knocked him out too early.
Rob, I think you scared him. Like, you got them waving the white flag already.
I think Rob Rodriguez scared him.
You don't mess with double R.
Keith, I told him we were going to catch him. I tried to tell him.
We knew it.
Holy Toledo. All righty. Let's talk some Knicks hoops. What do you say?
I'm all in.
Let's talk some Knicks hoop.
Let's go a little.
John Borelli says take Rob off, then what do you got? We're still at 600, and we're still at 500, 600. We're still almost there.
And the thing is, that's like saying take Jordan off the 90s.
Yeah,
Bulls.
come on,
Like,
Borelli. Come on, Borelli.
That's our GOAT. Let us have him. You guys got the 2017
Do we need
Warriors.
to pull up the listicle again?
Well, that got moved over.
Way to go, Trace. Way to go, Trace.
I was going to actually ask you if you wanted to throw that back in.
Is he serious?
We got the other list.
Everyone's put F Trace in the chat. F Trace in the chat. Let's go. This man ruined our whole show. F Trace in the chat.
Yeah, my bad, Borelli. That's your boy, but you moved over our graphics.
Borelli, he came into our studio. Unbelievable. I love Trace with all my heart, but man, my man Trace leads the league in moving over graphics into a studio when they're already there.
He's got the all-time record.
Are you out of listicles?
Yes.
Trace Gerard edited this 16 minutes ago. This is the score. We've already taken the league.
Yeah.
Rob Rod may be able to just take the day off today.
He might be able to.
This is the biggest super chats and Venmos in chat sports history. John Borelli says, does Trizzy want a drink?
Oh, yeah.
He's going to owe us a couple of drinks after moving over our graphics.
He already seems hammered, so.
Borelli, you send in a $50 super chat, I'll make Trace do a beer bong. How about that?
How could you take that?
John Scheffler says, how can you take the day? Hey, I'm just going to say.
You don't know what an off day is from double R.
You don't know what an off day is for double R. And I'm going to say it, Seeps. I don't even think he was getting started.
Yeah, I think that was a warm-up.
That was Rob Rodriguez just coming in and getting a couple of, like in the NBA games, people when they're shooting warm-up jumpers, they don't even jump. They're just getting their form down and they're getting loose. That was Rob Rod with that 1700. Just the catch and shoot, flick of the wrist, no jumper.
Yeah.
This is our biggest super chats in chat sports history. They all come from the Las Vegas Raiders report. John Borelli says we hurt his feelings. Oh, Borelli. John Borelli. Bang. Those are the biggest super chats in chat sports history. I have a feeling that Rob Rod may be taking the lead there one day.
I think he's going to.
I honestly would not be surprised if he did it today.
It could be today.
He could do it
another day, but it
today.
could also be today.
Lordy, lordy, lordy. All righty. As we know, the Knicks want to make a trade. They have been calling. They have been taking calls. We've been keeping you guys in the loop on everything that the Knicks are doing.
Yep. Also, a Jalen Brunson update that we're going to be diving into.
Jalen Brunson update as well. Let's get into it. Let's talk some trade targets for the New York Knicks. You are watching New York Knicks Now by Chat Sports. I am your host, Marshall Green. In today's show, we're going to go over 5 players that I think the New York Knicks could trade for. We know the New York Knicks have been building to this moment of trying to trade for a star in the NBA. And there's a couple of reasons why I believe that the Knicks are not done making moves this offseason. First, it comes from Fred Katz of The Athletic. He said that the Knicks have been calling and taking calls from rival teams, gauging the trade interest of prime-aged veterans. So in today's show, we're going to talk about 5 prime-aged veterans that I think the Knicks could be in the look of trying to make a trade for. But first off, a Jalen Brunson kind of update here. This comes from Ian Begley. He went on to say, it's worth noting that Jalen Brunson has 2 guaranteed seasons remaining on his contract. So the Knicks have a short window to work with if they want to acquire a big salary while Brunson is on his current deal where he is being paid on an absolute steal. He said, if the Knicks wait until Brunson re-signs in 2025, acquiring a star could be more challenging given the onerous spending rules in the new CBA. As of earlier this week, the Knicks were said to be steadfast in holding to their price point for any of the top players available via trade, including Damian Lillard. So that tells me that the Knicks have at least talked to the Portland Trail Blazers about trading for Damian Lillard. That tells me that the Knicks have a trade package that they are willing to move for a star in the NBA. Ian Begley is the best Knicks beat reporter in the game. If he says it, I am going to believe it. So in a second, we're going to give you 5 guys that I think the Knicks could trade for in this offseason. But first, make sure you guys are subscribed to the channel. Don't miss out on any Knicks news or any rumors. This is your one-stop shop for Knicks content all summer long. We put out multiple videos every single day. So if that's what you're looking for on YouTube, subscribe to the channel right now. Let's start with a guy that the Knicks have been interested since really dating back to last offseason, and it really started to heat up at the NBA trade deadline. That is OG Anunoby, the two-way wing, one of the best defenders in the NBA for the Toronto Raptors. Zach Braziller of the New York Post went on the Let's Talk Knicks podcast. Shout out to Charlotte and all of the crew over there. They're a great Twitter follow. Their podcast is awesome. Zach said this on the LTK podcast, quote, as we all know, CAA and the Knicks are basically locked at the hip. So I think OG Anunoby is obviously a name to watch. I think he would fit perfectly here. He's a big wing. He's a really good defender, good three-point shooter. Now the question is, what is it going to take to make that happen? Is Toronto going to be looking to move him? There was also reports from Jake Fisher of Yahoo Sports that said OG Anunoby has told the front office of Toronto that he wants a bigger role. Thing is, I don't know if there's a bigger role for him in Toronto, so maybe that was the first step of kind of requesting a trade. OG Anunoby was repped by Clutch Sports in Rich Paul. He left Clutch Sports. Now he is repped by the CAA Mafia, better known as Leon Rose and the crew of the New York Knicks. When you talk about the player, though, that OG is, when you look at what he did in the 2022 season, he averaged 17 points per game, 5 rebounds, led the NBA in steals per night at 1.9. He had a field goal percentage of 47.6, and he was able to knock down the 3 at a 38.7% clip. He's a good defender, and he's a good spot-up shooter. What I love about him is his catch-and-shoot ability. He knocked down that catch-and-shoot 3 this past year at 40.6%, which is an elite number in the NBA. A spot he does struggle is attacking the rim. He turns the ball over a little bit too much when he's getting to the cup, and he shoots less than 58% on field goal attempts, less than 10 feet. So he's not a guy that's going to create for himself off the bounce. He's not going to ISO anyone, take him to the cup. He almost plays more so like a small ball 4. But when he is posted up in either the left corner or the right corner, the dude is deadly. From the left corner, the three-point shot, he shoots it at a 46.7% clip. And from the right corner, he shoots it at a 42.9% clip. But he's so much more than just that. We already told you he was number 1 in the NBA in steals per night. He was 3rd in the NBA this season in deflections. And I think that stat has a little bit more juice than steals sometimes. He just creates havoc and mayhem on the defensive end, has a 7-foot-plus wingspan at 6'8". He can start at your small forward spot, and he can be your backup power forward when Julius Randle comes out of the game. Knicks have been keeping their eyes on Anunoby for quite some time. Would not be shocked if he is the guy that they pull the trigger on. Sounds like back at the NBA trade deadline, they offered Evan Fournier and 3 protected first-round picks for Anunoby. They did not say yes. I will say this. Masai Ujiri, the head decision maker for the Raptors, he's like Danny Ainge of the Eastern Conference. He is not fun to negotiate with, and he doesn't do deals unless he wins the negotiation. So that could be a sticking point for Anunoby to the Knicks. I know a lot of people have already blown off the idea of the New York Knicks trading for Zach LaVine. I am not willing to do so at this point. Everyone harps on the one report that came out that said Zach LaVine's camp did not want him to play for the Knicks, which means Clutch Sports did not want him to play for the Knicks. There was never a report that said Zach LaVine did not want to play for the Knicks. It was Rich Paul and Clutch Sports. But rumors are coming out that Clutch Sports may be coming to an end in a couple of years as they are going to be in pursuit, Rich Paul and LeBron, of buying an NBA team in a couple of years after he retires. Casey Johnson, a very tapped-in beat reporter for the Chicago Bulls, said LaVine's name has landed in preliminary trade conversations. Teams that have been mentioned by him were the Portland Trail Blazers and the Philadelphia 76ers, which tells me that the Bulls are seriously considering trading LaVine, who is one of the best offensive players in the National Basketball Association, has not averaged less than 24.4 points per game in the last 4 seasons, has not shot less than 37.5% from downtown, and he has not shot less than 45% from the field overall. People make a lot of excuses as to why LaVine is not a primetime player. They say he's injury prone. That's not true. He's played more than 85% of games in the last 5 seasons. People bring up the fact that he hasn't played in a lot of playoff games. That's fair, but I'm not putting that on Zach LaVine. That just shows me he's not a number 1 option that can carry a team to the playoffs by himself, and that's okay. We don't need him to be a number 1 option. We got Jalen Brunson. You know what I need? A shooting guard that knocks down catch-and-shoot threes at 42%. A guy that can create his own shot from the perimeter like Zach LaVine does, and when he attacks the basket, he is one of the best finishers in the NBA at 62.7%. Another problem that people bring up with LaVine is that his contract is too high. And I can get behind that a little bit. This past year made $37 million. Going to go to 40, 43, 46, and 49. But at the end of the day, the salary cap is going to continue to get higher. And this is kind of just what it costs to sign a star. Think about it like this. Jeremy Grant signed, a 4-year, $160 million deal? Zach LaVine's better than that, so I wouldn't freak out about the money with Zach LaVine. This is just what the price of doing business is when you're dealing with a star in the NBA, which Zach LaVine absolutely is. I know the Knicks declined a trade offer for Paul George, but I am not ready to close the book on a Paul George trade from the Los Angeles Clippers. The first report that came out was that the Knicks were going to offer or got asked to trade R.J. Barrett, Quentin Grimes, Evan Fournier, and 3 first-round picks. But that was not the first trade offer that the Knicks talked about with the Clippers. Michael Scotto of Hoops Hype said this, quote, "The Knicks and Clippers originally had trade talks surrounding Paul George at the NBA draft. At the time, New York was considering a package featuring Obi Toppin, Quentin Grimes, and Evan Fournier, as well as 3 first-round picks in exchange for George. After that, R.J. Barrett's name was brought up briefly in trade talks by the Clippers in place of Toppin, league sources told Hoops Hype. However, the asking price of parting with Barrett, Grimes, 3 first-round picks, and them having to negotiate a long-term extension for George, who's 33 years old, was too high for the New York Knicks. I'm not closing the books on a Paul George trade. I think it's pretty obvious at this point where we are at the NBA offseason that the Los Angeles Clippers would like to deal Paul George. The contract, he's due for a contract extension. He's under books for 2 more years. He's going to want some long-term security. I'm not closing the books on this. And the reason is because like Ian Begley said yesterday on the putback, there are people in the Knicks front office that believe Paul George is the perfect on-court fit for the New York Knicks, and I 100% agree. A 6'9" wing, a two-way player, can create for himself and others on offense while being an elite catch-and-shoot player and someone that shoots 37% from downtown while also having the ability to score 20 points per game any single night and also being a facilitator while also being a lockdown defender on the defensive end. It's the injury, age, and contract that is a little bit concerning. But when you're strictly talking hoops, when you're strictly talking ball, I don't think there's a better small forward available on the trade market that would fit into what the New York Knicks do. So if you had to choose between Zach LaVine and Paul George, who would you rather see the Knicks trade for? Type ZL for LaVine or PG for playoff P. I know this may be a guy that some people have some strong feelings about, that he's not elite, that he's not that guy. Tobias Harris is a solid player. He's someone at 6'9" that can play the 3. He could be your backup 4 to Julius Randle. And probably the most important reason and why I'm bringing it up in today's show, Tom Thibodeau loves Tobias Harris. He loves him. He said this back in December of 2022. He said, I think you look at that team, and obviously Embiid and Harden are probably established, but I always thought Tobias Harris was one of the most underrated players in the league. And I also do think Tobias Harris is a little bit underrated. I think he gets a lot of unfair heat and criticism from Sixers fans just because he doesn't live up to the hype of that contract. He's on an expiring $39 million deal, so that's something to be weary of if you are the Knicks trading for him. But you're getting a guy that last year averaged 15.6 rebounds, 50% from the field, and 39% from 3. And that was in a Doc Rivers offense where he just had Tobias Harris standing in that corner. I mean, you look at what he did in the 3 prior years. The guy averaged 18.5 points per game and pretty much shot 38% from 3. You can never have too many guys that shoot 38% from 3, and he's also 6'9". And I know a lot of Knicks fans want a tall, long, lanky wing, and he's a good defender. He picks up the best offensive player every single night for the Sixers on the opposing roster. I would not hate bringing the New York native Tobias Harris back home to wear New York across his chest. The last player we're going to talk about in today's video is Pascal Siakam. As reports are coming out that the Toronto Raptors could be exploring the idea of moving on from Siakam. Michael Grange, who is a beat reporter for Toronto, pretty much said it might be time for them to move on. Siakam is a really good player, no doubt about it. And you can make the argument he was the second best player on that Toronto Raptors team that won an NBA championship with Kawhi Leonard as their best player. And his stats continued to get better and better every single season. This past year, 24.2 points per game, 8 rebounds, 6 assists, 48%. The only thing that I would say with Siakam is he's not a small forward. He's a power forward. So if the Knicks were trading for Siakam, I think Randle would be the guy going out. And I wouldn't mind trading Julius Randle. I personally think, though, that Randle is a better player than Pascal Siakam. So maybe it's a Randle and Barrett swap for Siakam and OG. I wouldn't hate that, but I would not trade straight up Randle for Siakam at this point. Who do the Knicks need to trade for, though? We've talked about 5 players on today's show. We also brought you the report that the Knicks have checked in with Damian Lillard. We know that they've checked in with James Harden. There's a lot of people. Karl Anthony Towns, I think that trade is dead. I think they would have already made that move if it was one they wanted to make. So I'm not thinking that he is the guy the Knicks want to trade for. Who do you think, though? Who do the Knicks need to trade for this NBA offseason to capitalize on that window where Jalen Brunson is the most underpaid player in the NBA? Give me their name in the comment section right now. As always, I just want to say thank you, and I appreciate you guys for rocking and rolling with us here on New York Knicks Now by Chat Sports. If we missed anything or you want to continue the conversation over on Twitter, hit me up at @MarshallGreen_, and we'll see you later.
Alrighty.
Shit.
Ice Wallow Cum says Io DeSumo should be who the Knicks need to trade for. Hey, he's still out there. Knicks can offer him an offer sheet. He's a restricted free agent. He hasn't came back to Chicago yet. So
I'm good on that.
There's just a lot of cooks in the kitchen at the guard
We have
spot.
too many guards.
Yeah.
We need a wing.
Yeah. It needs some size. You need some size.
Holy crap, Seeps. My stomach is killing me.
You got one more in you?
One more boot?
No, one more seg at least.
Oh, yeah, we could do the segs.
Hell yeah.
For real. As So Real 13 comes in with a $2 super chat. So Real, what up, brother? My man has been showing love all summer long. He is quickly becoming one of the realest of the real here at New York Knicks Now. So real. What up, brother? He says, how do you feel about the Knicks signing Bol? We actually talked about Bol in yesterday's video. I wouldn't mind the idea of bringing him in for a training camp deal, maybe an Exhibit 10 deal, see what he can do. But, Seeps, the Knicks are already kind of good at that center spot. You got Mitchell Robinson, you got Isaiah Hartenstein, and you got, I would say, the best third-string center in the NBA with Jericho Sims on a really cheap deal for 2 more years.
I was just going to say, he probably want to get minutes over Sims. So like,
yeah. But, like, I wouldn't mind bringing him for training camp, see what he's got.
See what he's got. I mean, he's got good length, got good size to him. I mean, that kills in the NBA, so.
As John Scheffler says, come on, suck it up. Yo, Scheffler,
Yo, John,
I'm cool with taking heat, but if you're not going to apply pressure,
John,
you don't deserve to dish out heat, John Scheffler. Johnny Scheffler, you send in a $50 super chat, I'll do a beer shotgun. How about that? How about that? How about that?
Put the money where their mouth is.
You want to apply pressure? You better turn on that stove and put some heat on it. Put some heat on it. As Levi's the best says, isn't Bol a power forward? I would say he's a center.
He could be a power forward, but yeah, he's probably more of a true 5.
As
I guess he could be a
Ice
forward.
Wallow C says, are you drinking Patron? I got Patron right here. I think Seeps has 1800 over there.
1800.
As Rich
OG.
Rob says, OG.
I was going to say, OG's in the chat.
I think Rich Rob has come around. Oh, wait. He's showing love to OG. I thought he was talking about OG and Anunoby.
Oh, no.
My man OG in the chat. What's good, brother? Hope you're having a good Friday, my man. Hope the fam is well. I have double and triple confirmed, OG, that the shirt has been sent out. So keep your eye on that. And once it does come, let me know. Would love to get a picture of you in that shirt. We could pop it up on screen on the show. That'd be cool.
I'm excited to see it. That black-orange Knicks Real One shirt is tough.
It is. As Jay Liv says, nobody's realer than Rob Rod, Crim's dad, Peter Wynn, Johnson Yu, Rich
Asia.
Rob in Asia.
Marsh, we should get one of those shirts. Hey, that's a great idea.
We should get one?
We should get one of those Real One shirts.
I think so, too. I think we should wear Chat Sports gear on every show we do.
That's a... Who would have thought of that?
Let me see what Brett has to say real quick. Hey, Brett. The Knicks Now Real Ones are saying me and Seeps need to be wearing the new black Real One shirts. That's what they're saying. That's what they're saying.
It's what the chat's saying.
We'll send you our sizes in a little bit. Oh, that's great.
Dead.
Shout out to Brett. Brett is a legend. Shout out to Brett.
That's
Literally everything you see on screen right now,
Shout
that
out
comes
to
from
Brett.
Brett, COO. I'm hearing some yelling going on
I know, I'm a
from the
little
Raiders
nervous.
studio. Are they catching up?
I haven't gotten a message from Jeremy.
Are they coming up? Are they catching up, or did they wave the white flag?
Oh, Borelli!
John
over
Borelli!
there.
John Borelli
Borelli
just sent a big super chat to the Raiders
no.
channel. Oh, man.
Oh.
We got some real ones in the chat right now. Shout out to Carl, Keith, Rich Rob, Manuel, Benjamin.
We're good.
So Real 13, John Scheffler, Jay Liv, OG. Those are the most recent comments that I see in today's show. Shout out to you guys. There's Benjamin Dover's in the chat, too. Benjamin Dover. That's hilarious.
Johnson.
That's hilarious. Oh, wait, they were making all that noise for that? That's it?
We good.
Only $100 super chat?
We good.
I thought I was kind of sweating a little bit. They seemed
hold on.
really loud.
Now we're up to 1-9 for them.
Oh, they're up to 1-9?
Yeah.
So they're closing the gap a little bit.
A little bit.
They're closing the gap. My man Carl says, give my love to Flea and Shorty. Love, you heard. Carl, you freaking cracked me up, bro. You freaking cracked me up. As John Scheffler said, it was a $200 super chat.
Relax.
John Borelli's applying pressure over there. That's why I
Borelli's-
can take the heat from Borelli.
Yeah.
Johnny
Borelli's-
Scheffler is just applying pressure. on the boot again. Again.
Peter Wynn has been taking over as of recently. As we just got a report from the Stein line, Bol might be heading to the Suns.
Wow.
The Suns might win it all next year. I will say that.
I'm not going to lie, Seeps. If they get Bol,
It might be over.
that might be a new dynasty.
Dude, I mean, they have the best big three in the league.
What about depth, though?
Yeah.
Fucking idiots.
Yeah, when you got to guard Beal, KD, and Pope in the playoffs, who gives a shit about depth? Yeah, report coming out right now. Bol could be heading to the Suns.
That's a good get.
Very good get. Got Eric Gordon, that Yatu guy, Watanabe.
Johnson, you says the Suns have too much offense. That's not possible.
You can never have too much offense.
You know what I'm going to do here?
Second round, Seeps coming in from Levi. I don't know, man. I don't know.
As Peter Wynn is now on the board 3 times. If you send in a $100 super chat, we will add your name to a sticker and we will put it on our new boot. We'll put it on the boot.
As I like this from Jay Liv, Mark.
John Sheffler says, I'll drop 50 on the Raiders report. Drink it over here. That ain't happening, Sheffy. Come on, Sheffy. You're a Knicks fan. Support the Knicks.
Come on, Sheffy.
Come on, Sheffy. Jay Liv says, Peter Wynn.
Peter Wynn.
My man Peter Wynn is a GOAT. My man Peter Wynn is a GOAT. Thank you, Jay Liv, for the super chat, man. Hope all is well with you. Love you, brother. Ace of Spades says Siakam better than Randall, plus he's playoff tested. I know I said I think Randall's better. I may be biased. I would take the guy that's been an all-NBA guy 2 out of the last 3 years and a guy that's gotten his team to the playoffs 2 of the last 3 years. I know you may feel different, Seeps. You don't just have to agree with me. Who would you rather have on the Knicks as their starting power forward, Siakam or Randall?
I'd rather have Siakam. I think just because of how good he is defensively. Like, he could legit guard 1 through 5. Like, I really do believe that. And he's a guy, he doesn't need the ball to score. Like, I feel like he's a big, connector piece on offense where it's like backdoor cuts, out in transition. Like, I feel like Randall, okay, I'll put it this way. Randall as a 1, better player than Siakam as a 1. But as a 2, as a 3, give me Siakam any day of the week.
Do you worry about the spacing with Siakam, Robinson, and Randall? Siakam, Robinson, and Barrett.
Yeah, definitely. But, I mean, it's not like, was Randall able to space the floor in the postseason?
Postseason, no, but in the regular season, yes.
Yeah, I mean, we know first quarter Randall was putting up 5 threes a game in the regular season. I don't think Siakam has that, but yeah, I'd probably still go Siakam, but it's close. Randall's got more skill, but Siakam's got, I think, more of that, dog in him, which I'll prefer.
I think it's close. Yeah. I think it's close. I just think the skill for Randall separates him a little bit. Definitely. His ability to be a 3-level scorer compared to Siakam is really from the free throw line down. But I do think that the Knicks could benefit from Siakam as a fast break guy, getting out and running, getting some easy buckets.
I mean, could you imagine a lineup defensively if you go Brunson, Hart, DiVincenzo, Siakam, and Mitchell Robinson?
Yeah. The only thing I would... You only have one guy, though, that can create their own jump shot. Yeah. That's why Randall's sometimes so good.
DiVincenzo can, too, a little bit.
A little bit. He's
got a little bag with him.
He does. No doubt about it.
But then it's going to come to the point where, can Grimes develop into being, a guy who can get a shot by himself? But, yeah, that's teacher plan. I also agree. I think he moves way better off the ball. He's a way better cutter.
100% agree.
Because that's how he gets those dirty little cuts. That's probably.
Borelli says, y'all offered me a beer bong for Triz. Nah, we do boots only.
Oh, you're too big time for a beer bong.
I guess you're too cool for us, Borelli.
I thought we were boys.
I thought we were homies, Borelli. That's crazy, bro. That's crazy, dog. That's crazy. Carl says, don't sleep on the big ragu. It's not possible for me to sleep on the big ragu. I was telling you guys about the big ragu a month and a half ago.
Yeah.
And you guys, we don't need another 6'4" guard.
When he's meeting dudes at the rim blocking shots at 6'4", you'll see. You'll see. You'll see.
What's up, dude? We don't need another 6'4" guard. But we had to have Jalen Brunson play all 48 minutes in Game 5 to win.
I'm saying.
We need a backup 4.
We need a backup 4.
We need a backup 4.
Actually, I did read a report today. They expect to give Isaiah Roby that role.
Fuck yeah.
So, Carl, there's your backup 4, Isaiah Roby.
I know Carl's been stressing over that.
Golly, he's been staying up at night worrying about the backup 4.
Carl's been grinding the film.
Name me one backup 4 the Knicks should be afraid of outside of Bobby Portis.
Portis is definitely one you should be afraid of. I don't even know who the Celtics 4 is. They lost Grant Williams. They don't have a backup 4. The thing is, most teams don't have a backup 4. They have wings.
It's almost like Josh Hart would lock up Grant Williams.
Get Air Pegasus. Who the fuck is this?
It's a fair question.
It is a fair question.
It's a fair question, Air Pegasus. He
I'm
is
dead.
someone. The Knicks signed him before the end of last season. He spent time with the Spurs. He spent time with the Thunder. He's a 6'9", 6'10" player. He's a power forward. He's not that good. But you know what, Seeps? Not many people's backup 4s are good.
No, especially
I think there's
nowadays.
one good one in the league.
I just think most teams in the playoffs run 8 or 9.
I'll ask you this question, Seeps. If you had to have someone guard Bobby Portis, would you want it to be Josh Hart or Obi Toppin?
Josh Hart.
Exactly.
Come on.
What makes Obi Toppin a better power forward than Josh Hart outside of height?
Even DiVincenzo, I'd rather have him.
Josh Hart, better perimeter defender, better post defender.
More physicality.
Better rebounder.
He's stronger. Kind of goes into physicality. But
John Borelli's right. We can't get that chip without a backup 4.
hey, man.
I'm curious, who was the Heat's backup 4?
Hey, if the Heat didn't have Hayward Highsmith, it would have been.
Who was the Nuggets backup 4?
Dog, Jeff Green.
Oh, Jeff Green. Oh, the guy they let go in free agency.
Don't disrespect Jeff Green. They had Bruce Brown and Christian Brown running the backup 4 for a little bit.
No, they're not 4s. They're not backup 4s.
And they're 6'4", 6'5". Like,
you know what your backup 4 is? A small forward.
yeah.
That's what it is. You play. You know what your backup lineup is? 1 center, 2 small forwards, 2 guards.
Yeah. It's a point guard, 3 wings, center.
Benjamin Dover says Jeff Green is solid. He is, but my point is they didn't even bring him back, and now they have a whole backup power forward.
And Jeff Green's a 3. He's a wing.
He's a wing.
There's no Aaron Gordon and Bobby Portis are the true 4s in the league. I feel like.
I'm
Facts,
dead.
yo.
I'm gonna run to the restroom real quick, Seeps.
You got it.
How about this? If we can get to $50 as a squad, I'll do a beer shotgun.
Okay.
$50 as a squad, I'll do a beer shot fund. As McConaughey, that one's going to count.
We'll count it, McConaughey. William saying break down OG and Siakam for Randall and RJ. The Knicks would need to add in a lot to get that done. I don't think the Raptors even consider OG and Siakam for Randall and RJ. Just because Siakam's got way more trade value than Randall, and OG's got way more trade value than RJ Barrett as well. But I would love to have OG and Siakam on the Knicks. I mean, they would obviously fit in well with what the Knicks like to do, especially with Jalen Brunson and Josh Hart and DiVincenzo. I mean, a lot of winning basketball and a lot of versatile defenders on that team. But yeah, I just think the Knicks would probably need to add in Grimes and a lot of firsts to get that done if you are giving up even Randall and RJ. So that would be a lot. But then Jay Liv came in, $2 super chat saying Mace in your face. Played Yeo Man B on Hakeem at 6'7". Yeah, I mean, listen, I don't think the Knicks backup power forward spot, you can run a dude who's 6'4", 6'5" at the 4 spot in the modern day NBA. They obviously can't have a thin frame. They need to have some strength on them. They need to have some shoulders. But Josh Hart plays a lot bigger than 6'4". I mean, Josh Hart had multiple games in the playoffs where he had double-digit rebounds. He was on triple-double watch a couple games during the Cavs series. I think you guys, I don't know if you guys are just trying to get under Marsha's skin a little bit, which is, that's cool with me. That's cool with me. But, yeah, I don't know. I just think maybe we're overstating the backup 4 position with the New York Knicks and just in general in the NBA. But, yeah. This is our Super Chat menu today. Obviously, any Super Chat that comes in, we'll talk about it. We'll discuss it like we've been doing. $10, we'll take a shot. Every 50 we get, we'll do a little beer shot fun race. And every 100 we get, you'll add in on the Hall of Fame boot that's over there. And then every 500 total, we'll knock down a beer boot, which we're actually closing in on right now. And we're also in a Super Chat battle with our Raiders Report channel. We're at 2.3. They're at 1.9. We're doing a good job so far, but that's a different beast over there in Las Vegas. So we're going to need to keep this up. So shout out to you guys already. Did y'all do 4 boots? Not yet, Borelli. Marsh is going and unleashing one of those boots right now, and I got a boot coming up here in a second. Ronald saying OG and DeRozan. It would just take a lot. It would take a lot to get that done. Steve, are you gonna let Marsh keep coming at me, fan? I thought the Ginger Ninja had my back. You too, Double R. I do have your back, Carl. We just also it's kind of a it's a brother type of relationship. It's a lot of tough love, So I honestly think Marsh is just having a good time with messing with you guys about the backup 4 spot. I think that's really just where it's coming from. But Carl, you're my guy. You know you're my guy. Yeah, Broly, that is my nickname over here. Or they say I look like Dante DiVincenzo. So anything with the hair, they let that fly. They say I'm either the Big Ragu or the Ginger Ninja. So, Crimsdad, $10 Super Chat. Do a shot for Rob Rod, the new GOAT. Yeah, definitely the new GOAT here. Rob Rod sending a $1,700 Venmo, which was electric. So, I got you, Crimsdad. Shout out to you guys. Yeah, nobody's popping off on you, Baptiste. Don't you worry about it. It's all love over here. And I know Rich Rob's Val. Yeah, Rich Rob, we know what's up. We know what's up. Rob, I will say, I'm going to be back in New York for the Big East tournament, same time next season. So we might have to meet back up at that one bar and do some shots again. But shout out to you guys. We got some tequila on deck. Whew. God, tequila just warms you up. Obviously every liquor warms you up, but tequila just hits the heart a little bit. It just gets you going. Yeah, Double R is a beast. Yeah, he has held it down. He has definitely held it down so far, so we really do appreciate it. Double R is certified. If you don't know, now you know. I agree. He has your back, bro. Low. Yeah, we do. Oh, no, we know the bathroom break deal, Borelli. If we get the 50 total, where Marsh is doing a shot fund when he gets back. Yeah, we do 50 total, not $5 shots. So if we get the 50 total, we're at 14 right now. We're at 14 right now, so we need 36 more for Marsh to do a shot fund before he gets back. Michael Vasquez saying, I'm a whiskey guy all day. Yeah, whiskey I just can't do. I just really can't do whiskey at all. But guys, these are the biggest super chats ever in chat sports history, all coming from the Raiders Report. And then obviously Rob Rod dropped the $1,700, so he is in 6th on this list. And this is the updated look at the super chat battle. Still, Mitch would be wasted off a bathroom break. Hey, I mean, we can do $5 shots as well, Borelli. He is just gone, and he's not coming back anytime soon. So we could do whatever. We are 36 away from a shot fund for Marsh. But coming up, we are going to be talking about Mikal Bridges not coming back to New York Knicks, but reuniting with Jalen Brunson, Josh Hart, Dante DiVincenzo. We're going to be diving into all of that and more. There's a lot of cool just kind of tidbits out there and everything. I don't want to spoil too much for you guys, but Josh Hart and Bridges, we're going back and forth on Twitter, and Josh Hart was kind of saying, hey, we're all going to be teammates again because they're playing with Team USA. And then obviously we've seen, some other big threes have gotten together while playing with Team USA. Like, if you guys didn't know the story, like Bron, D. Wade, and Chris Bosh, they all talked about the possibility of teaming up together, and that kind of started at the Team USA period. And then same with Book, Kevin Durant, and Bradley Beal. They came out and said they talked about that during Team USA. So who knows? Maybe Bridges, Josh Hart, and Jalen Brunson could be the next big three that does that. So we'll fill you guys in on that in a second. But yeah, it's been funny on Twitter of those guys going back and forth. But man, these three, they're going to look sweet playing for Team USA. It's going to be good basketball. It's going to be good team basketball. It's just going to be fun because, I mean, these three played together in college. So it's going to be interesting to see how their game translates, back to playing together in the FIBA International rules. I think it's going to be pretty cool. These guys are going to have a ton of fun. They're all in New York City. Yeah, I know. Well, they're all living in New York City already. So, like, they're going to be all hanging out together and everything. So, the Nets don't trade with us. Yeah, that's the biggest holdup here. Like, I don't anticipate the Nets wanting to trade a guy like, especially like Bridges, to the Knicks whatsoever. But you never know. Like, if the Nets have a bad year and the Knicks have the best trade package, and Bridges kind of says, like, hey, I want to go play for the Knicks. I'm not playing for anywhere else. We're seeing Damian Lillard's, excuse my language, but his punk ass doing the same thing right now, which, maybe Bridges could do the same thing. But we shall see. We shall see. We'll be diving into this whole story and more in a second. Bridges to my Warriors. God, he would be a perfect fit in Golden State, Borelli. A perfect fit for what they like to do. Like, he would just be a better Wiggins. Like a better Wiggins, a better defender, better scorer. But, man, it's going to be fun to see these three play for Team USA. They're going to be nasty. They're going to be nasty.
Woo, now I can hear you in my ear.
Now you can?
That's weird.
You had the plug back in?
That's weird. So I got a message from Rob Rodriguez.
Okay.
And he said, quote, I am coming for that list before the show is over.
All right. We can do that.
If Rob Rodriguez sends in the biggest super chat of all time today in chat sports history, if he beats what Raider Ron did, we're doing boots.
Yeah.
Everyone is doing a boot. The two new guys are doing boots. You're doing a boot. I'm going to have to do a boot.
4 boots.
However many boots we have at this company, they will be filled and they will be drank.
It will be all hands on deck.
If that happens, however many boots we have, they will be filled and they will be drank.
Let's do it.
That's how we're going to do it. If Rob Rodriguez beats $3,500 Venmo. And then when you come to Dallas, which you already are for the Giants game, Rob, office tour, I think you come on and do a Knicks video with me and Seeps.
Definitely.
And then we go out and we go party with you.
Definitely.
I think that's the play. Once you come to the Giants game against Dallas, you come to the studio, you hang out with the gang, you're a part of a live show, and we have a whole lot of fun. That would be that would be freaking awesome.
Freaking dope.
I do not doubt him either.
I don't doubt him either.
I don't doubt him. He scares me sometimes.
I know.
He scares me what he's capable of.
I'm fired up right now.
I'm fired up too. I'm fired up for Rob Rod. Raider Ron is a GOAT.
He is.
This would be monumental.
Yes.
This would be monumental. All righty. We're going to talk about Mikal Bridges. As it seems like Josh Hart is not going to stop recruiting him.
Yeah, he is very adamant on bringing him back.
All righty. So let's talk about it. Let's talk about getting the Villanova squad together in New York. Josh Hart continues to recruit Mikal Bridges to the New York Knicks. And with now Mikal Bridges, Jalen Brunson, and Josh Hart all being members of Team USA, I do not expect that to slow down. But recently, Mikal Bridges went on the Theo Pinson podcast, and he talked about how he wanted to be a Knick when he came out of Villanova heading into the heading into the NBA draft back when he was coming out of Villanova after winning an NCAA national championship. This was from Bridges on the Theo Pinson podcast. Quote, I thought I was going to go to New York at number 9. I was excited, though, because I wanted to go to the Knicks. I wanted to be in New York. I'm like, that's lit. Like, kind of close to home, but a little further out. And I love Madison Square Garden. All my best games in college were at MSG. I'm sitting at the green room table with my agents and my mom like, we might be here when the Knicks were on the clock at number 9. And they look, they kind of know before, and they just shook their head. And they took Kevin Knox. Man, oh man, I will never get over taking Kevin Knox over Mikal Bridges. But I think it's pretty obvious at this point that Mikal Bridges wants to be a New York Knick. And it just seems like it time and time again. Who would not want to play with their college best friends in the NBA? You talk about Mikal Bridges, you talk about Jalen Brunson, talk about Jalen Brunson, Josh Hart, Mikal Bridges, Dante DiVincenzo. Let's get the gang back together. So Josh Hart tweeted this out on July 6th and said, we're teammates again. And he tagged Mikal Bridges and Jalen Brunson, but it's the hashtag that tells me something. Hashtag just the beginning. What was he talking about? The beginning of what? Of what? Shout out to Big Nick Energy, an awesome Twitter account and YouTube page that makes a lot of awesome creative Knicks content. They made this Photoshop, and there's Josh Hart, there's Mikal Bridges, and there's Jalen Brunson playing for Team USA. But it wasn't just Josh Hart chirping at Mikal Bridges. Bridges was chirping back a little bit. Remember, Hart said, we're teammates again, crying happy face, and said, hashtag just the beginning. And Mikal Bridges quoted that and said, hashtag tampering, where's Adam, referring to Adam Silver. I thought his response there was pretty funny. He could have shut it down, but if anything, I think he's lifting it back up above the surface. Then Josh Hart responded to Mikal Bridges saying, hashtag tampering, where's Adam? And he said, what'd I do? I'm talking about Team USA. Sure you are, Josh. Sure, Josh Hart is just talking about getting the gang back together for Team USA. Why is Team USA important? Because some of the biggest big threes in NBA history were formed and the relationships were built at Team USA. Remember that Miami Heat team that rattled off a couple of championships and really started the era of the super teams? LeBron James, Dwayne Wade, Chris Bosh. Where do they say that friendship started? Team USA. What about the best big three in the NBA right now with Kevin Durant, Devin Booker, and Bradley Beal? Where did they say their friendship started? Team USA. The thing is, the Knicks with Josh Hart, Jalen Brunson, and Mikal Bridges and Dante DiVincenzo, their relationship didn't start at Team USA. It started in college at Villanova, where they won 2 national championships. I'll tell you this much. There's going to be a lot of tampering going on at Team USA with Hart and Brunson trying to convince Bridges to be a Knick. Do you think, though, Mikal Bridges will ever be a member of the New York Knicks? Is it ever going to happen? Type Y for yes, type N for no. This will be the pinned comment on today's show. If you get hit with that YouTube ad break, scroll on down and let me know, will Bridges ever be a Knick? When you look into the past, you open up the college yearbook, Jalen Brunson and Mikal Bridges at Villanova were so special. Maybe one of the best untalked about duos to ever play together in college basketball. They were both top 5 and player of the year when Jalen Brunson won it. They both averaged 18 points. Brunson at 18.9 from 2017 to 2018. Mikal Bridges at 17.7 rebounds per game. Kind of crazy that Jalen Brunson had 2 times the amount of rebounds that Bridges did. Bridges 4 assists, Brunson 3 assists, and the efficiency is off the chart. 52% from the deck for Brunson, 41.4% from the deck for Mikal Bridges, and they both shot well above 40% from downtown. If they were able to get together and do what they did in Villanova with the New York Knicks, I truly believe the Knicks would be the best team in the Eastern Conference. I mean, the Villanova Wildcats from 2017 and 2018 were the best college basketball team in the country, and some could argue one of the best college teams of all time, posting a record of 36-4. But it wasn't just Brunson, and it wasn't just Bridges at Villanova that made them such a special team. What about the big ragu? Dante DiVincenzo. What about Josh Hart? Josh Hart averaging 19 points per game one year, but in his career at Villanova, he gave you 13 a night, almost 6 rebounds, and 2 assists. Dante DiVincenzo, 10 points, 4 rebounds, 2 assists. Mikal Bridges, 11 rebounds, 4 rebounds, 2 assists. And then Jalen Brunson, 15 points per game, 2+ rebounds, and almost 4 assists. If all 4 of those players ever decide to team up, thing is, we're missing one guy. We are missing one guy to finish a very, very special team and a very, very special journey that went down in Villanova. The Nova Knicks could be special. I truly believe if you could have a duo of Brunson and Bridges with Hart and DiVincenzo, I think you would be the best team potentially in the East and maybe even the NBA. How far could the Nova Knicks go in the playoffs if you teamed up Bridges, DiVincenzo, Hart, and Brunson? How far would the Knicks go? Are they NBA title favorites? Are they going to the conference finals? Are they a second-round exit? Let me know what you think down below in the comment section. The thing I love about Mikal Bridges, though, is he continues to get better and better every single season, and he always plays basketball. 2020, 2021, he didn't miss any games. 2021 and 2022, he didn't miss any games. In 2022 and 2023, he played 83 games. Remember, there's only 82 games in a regular season. But you look at the progression of his career. Right in 2020, he gave you 13.5 on 54 from the deck and 42.5% from downtown. And the usage went up a little bit in Phoenix, and he got up to 14.2 points per game, 2.3 assists, and the efficiency pretty much stayed the same. 3-point percentage went a little bit down. Then he had his best year in Phoenix this past year before being a part of that Kevin Durant trade, 17.2 points per game, 3.6 rebounds, 46.3% from the deck, and 38.7% from deep. But when he became a member of the Brooklyn Nets, he showed you why he could be one of the best small forwards in the NBA, averaging 26 points per game on 47.5% from the field and 37.6% from downtown. I also like how in the playoffs he was good as well. 23.5 points per game this year for Brooklyn before they lost in round 1. 5+ rebounds, 4 assists, 43% from the field, a little bit low, but he was still able to knock down that 3-point shot at an all-world clip. Imagine pairing Mikal Bridges and Jalen Brunson together in the playoffs. Imagine having a guy that can create his own shot, defend the other person's best player on defense, and just the ability to have the chemistry and the teamwork to get it done. Brunson was electric in the playoffs. You guys know that. 28 points, 5 rebounds, almost 6 assists on 47.4 from the deck. Struggled from the outside a little bit in the playoffs. Had some really hot games, no doubt about it. But he's only going to continue to get better and better because he is a much better shooter from deep than 33%. I really do believe the Knicks could win a title with Mikal Bridges as your starting small forward with a point guard of Jalen Brunson. I really do believe that. I'm not just saying it to say it. I think Mikal Bridges is one of the best young players in the NBA. He's one of the best two-way players in the NBA, and his offensive bag is only going to continue to get better and better. If I'm a Knicks fan and you are looking forward to this, keep your eyes on Team USA this summer as Josh Hart and Jalen Brunson will go in full pursuit to recruit Mikal Bridges. As always, I just want to say thank you guys, and I appreciate you for tuning in to New York Knicks Now by Chat Sports. Remember to subscribe to the channel because if any news or rumors come out around the orange and blue, we're going to break it down on this channel, youtube.com/KnicksTV. As in the middle of the segment, a $200 super chat from Frank Serrano. Hey! I'll tell you what, trying to hold myself together as I saw that flash in the comment section.
Because that was early, too.
It was early. It was not easy. It was not easy, but shout out to Frank freaking Serrano, a legend here on the channel. My man's going on the boot 2 times. Shout out to him.
Shout out to Frank. As now we have increased our lead over the Raiders report at 2-5 to 1-9.
It's embarrassing at this point for them, Seeps. As my man Frank, if you send in, so since we auctioned off our Knicks Now Real One Hall of Fame boot, board, excuse me. My man Big L was the winner of the board. It was actually Rob Rodriguez won the board, but he gave it to Big L, which was freaking awesome, by the way. I had to come up with a new Hall of Fame, and we're going to do it with boots. If you send in a $100 super chat, we're going to put your name on a sticker, and we're going to add you to the boot. And we are going to add you to the boot, and that's what we're going to do. $100 super chat. My man Frank sent in 2, so he's going on the boot 2 times. 2 times. Frank, welcome to the boot, my friend. Welcome to the Hall of Fame. You're joined already by some real ones. Rob Rodriguez, Peter Wynn, and Fernando, also a part of the boot. What up, everybody? How we feeling? What is up? It's a good Friday. It is a good Friday to be a fan of the New York Knicks. And we're just talking about the latest Knicks news and rumors. We do have a mailbag that we're about to get to in 5-10 minutes or so. And I want to answer questions from you guys. As Frank says, F the Raiders. I just saw that. That is hilarious. Frank, love you, brother. Thank you, Frankie. Thank you. Get your questions in for our mailbag. Just include hashtag Knicks in the comment section. We'd really appreciate it if you guys got those questions in. Let's do it. I want to do a mailbag. I want to answer questions. I almost threw up. Answer questions from you guys. Just get them in down below in the comment section by using hashtag Knicks. Or if you super chat and it is relevant to the New York Knicks. OG, I'm freaking hype about that. I am hype about that, OG. Holy shit, that's going to be sick. My man OG says he's working on that Rafters graphic for the super real ones. I'm pumped. Rich Rob says, I got a super chat question, bro. Did you send one in while I was gone? Or you're going to ask one? What's your question, brother? Let me know. Seeps just ran to the restroom real quick. He'll be back in a second, and then we'll get to the mailbag. Cameron says, is the in-season tournament going to ruin the Knicks this year? I don't know why it would. Everyone's got to deal with it. I'm not a fan of the in-season tournament, but it is what it is at this point, right? It is what it is at this point. Cool. He said he's sending, okay, bet. We will start the mailbag off with that question, Rich. We will start the mailbag off with that question. Let's do one final call for mailbag questions, and then we're going to start the sack off with my man Rich Rob's question. Shout out to you on the super chat, Rich. Shout out to you. If you want to be featured on the mailbag, we need some help. We don't have a lot of questions in right now, so if you could use hashtag Knicks or super chat to get on today's show. I see some real ones in the chat. My man CPJ, OG, Brandon, you know the vibes. Aaron, 90s Knicks. Will is in the chat. If y'all could all ask a question, you want to say something, we could just talk about it. It could be a take. It could be whatever. Just hashtag Knicks in the comment section. Woo! What a day. What a freaking day.
What the day?
Tell you what, it feels much later than 4:46.
Dude, I'm saying.
It feels much later than that.
It's like 8 o'clock.
You should not be able to be this drunk at 4.
Yeah.
My man 90s Knicks, what up, brother? Hey, ask a question for me, bro, in the comments. Just use hashtag Knicks in there. Include hashtag Knicks
Steer the ship
in your comment. My man 90s Knicks is one of the first people to always tune into videos. I always see him in the comments section. He's a real one. Definition of a real one. Hashtag Knicks or super chat. How are the questions looking? I don't feel like we have a lot.
Could use a couple more.
Could use a couple questions. Philly Baby 99 says, do you think the Knicks have a chance to get Zion? Just include hashtag Knicks in that. I'd appreciate it.
Jet for life. Thank you.
Jet life for life. My man said, do you think we get Donovan Mitchell next offseason? Love that. Love that. My man OG got a question in. We appreciate it, bro. That's real. That's love. Let me quack myself. Hashtag Knicks or Super Chat. It's pretty funny now on Instagram. Every time I reload it, it's breadbasket.
Really?
Because I've just been watching their
I
shit.
know, dude. They know. I had probably a 2-month stretch where I only watched their content.
Oh, man. Shout out to my man, 90s Knicks. Fernando says the Knicks should sign Rob Rodriguez instead of OG and Bridges.
Honestly, I don't hate it.
I don't hate it either.
I mean, he'll bring it every day, and he'll be great.
That's funny as hell.
Good question, 90s Knicks. I like it. Rich Rob typing the eyeball emojis.
We are $100 away from Seeps doing a boot.
We are.
We are $100 away from Seeps doing a boot. Rich Rob's putting the eye emojis in the chat. When the eye emojis get going, it's always scary.
Don't test me.
It's always
I
scary.
might take this boot down in 10 seconds today.
Where are the new kids at? Are they out there?
They're out there. I was talking to Smith a little bit. We might be able to get them in here for a boot.
I like that. Young Smitty.
They're just building some graphs right now.
Yeah, get those graphs built, kids. Oh, shit.
Are we doing this, Johnson?
Yeah.
Get those questions in there. Last call for the mailbag. Going to be reposted on the channel. J Liv in the chat. Shout out to J Liv. All the real ones from the season in the chat.
All righty.
That's right.
Let's do it. Let's do it. Knicks mailbag. Answering your questions. Hashtag Knicks or Super Chat to get on the show. Yo, what up, everybody? You're tuned in to New York Knicks Now by Chat Sports. I am Marshall Green. In today's video, we're going to take questions from subscribers. So if you did not get your question answered, it's really your own fault. And the way you can fix that is really simple. Go down right now, hit that big red subscribe button, join the squad, become a member of the team, and subscribe to Knicks Now and be a real one as we are on the quest for 30,000 subs on the channel. We'd appreciate it if you hit that sub button. First question coming in from my man Rich Rob, a GOAT here on the channel. Shout out to Rich. Appreciate the super chat as well, my man. He said, could Mikal Bridges technically request a trade now and say New York or nothing? I won't extend anywhere else. Pause. He didn't sign there. He was traded to Brooklyn. That's a really good point, Rich. I think, though, that we're probably a year away from Mikal Bridges requesting a trade. He did half a season in Brooklyn, like you said. He didn't sign there. He got traded there. And I'm going to look it up real quick, what his contract looks like. But I believe that if a Mikal Bridges trade were to go down, I think it would be in the summer of 2024. Bridges is under contract through 2026. So that summer of 2026 when he could be a free agent. So not next summer, not the summer after that, summer after that. We're 3 summers away at this point. But I could definitely see him requesting a trade, and he could pull the Damian Lillard card of saying, I'm not going there, I'm going here, I won't show up. I think that's really the most likely and probably the only way the New York Knicks could acquire Mikal Bridges. He would have to request a trade. I think it would have to be next offseason. I think you got to give the Brooklyn Nets one more year if you're Mikal Bridges to see if things shake out in your favor. But let's say that the Nets are bad next year and they don't make the playoffs. They're not just going to hold Mikal Bridges hostage. They may try to cash in on the chips while he's a hot commodity. William McConaughey, $2 super chat. We appreciate you, brother. Break down OG and Siakam for Randall and RJ. I believe if this were to be a trade, Randall and RJ for OG and Siakam, I think the Knicks would be the team having to add a couple of first-round picks. I believe Randall is a better fit for the Knicks as currently constructed than Siakam, but I would definitely understand if someone said Siakam was better than Randall. I believe OG is better than RJ, but RJ is a couple years younger at this point. Could maybe you do Randall, RJ, and a protected or 2 protected and an unprotected? Maybe. Your starting lineup was what? Brunson, Grimes, OG, Siakam, and Mitchell Robinson. That'd be pretty good. You'd be a much better defensive team, no doubt about it, but you would lose some creation on the offensive end because while Siakam and OG, I think, are just as good, if not better, than Randall and RJ, Neither of them are the shot creators and offensive players that those two guys are, but they are much better defenders. I honestly think they might be better winning pieces at this point. I think the Knicks would be the team, though, having to add a couple more picks into that situation. William, we appreciate the super chat. And great question, my man. Kingdom Come Music says, would you rather have Donovan Mitchell or Zach LaVine? That's a good question. That's a good question. I believe they're very similar players at this point in their careers. I think Donovan Mitchell is probably a better scorer through and through. I think he needs the ball, though, a little bit more than LaVine. When you look at what LaVine has done, I think he just fits really well into what the Knicks want to do, and I think he's a much better defender than Donovan Mitchell. Mitchell is 6'1", LaVine is 6'5", 6'6", and I know a lot of people say LaVine doesn't play defense. Well, go put on the tape from Team USA a couple of summers ago when they were playing in the Olympics. LaVine was picking up full court and was really the Team USA's best defender. So I don't buy into the fact that he's not a defender. I also like that LaVine is a better player off ball. LaVine shoots 41.6% from downtown on catch-and-shoot percentages, while Donovan Mitchell is around 37%. Not that big of a difference, but I think Mitchell is more of a high pick-and-roll guy that needs the ball to be effective, while I think LaVine could play off of Brunson a little bit more. And also that I think you're just bigger. Like, do I want two 6'1" guards in my backcourt, or do I want a 6'1" Jalen Brunson and a 6'5" Zach LaVine? Zach LaVine also finishes better than Donovan Mitchell does at the rim. Who do you think, though, the Knicks need to trade for? Is it Zach LaVine? Is it Donovan Mitchell? I want to hear from you guys down below. Name a player you want to see the Knicks trade for as we get closer and closer to the 2023 season get kicked off. My man Jake, we appreciate you, says, would you trade Quickly or Grimes if you had to trade one? That's a really, really good question, Jake, and I hate answering these questions because I love both of these players. I think Emmanuel Quickly is a better player right now. I think Grimes has a higher ceiling, but is there a world in the new modern CBA where you can pay Jalen Brunson a maximum contract, which you're going to probably have to do in 2 seasons, while also paying Quickly $25 million? Can you allocate that many resources to the point guard position? That would be my biggest hang-up in an Emmanuel Quickly trade. And so probably, even though I think Quickly is a better player, I would rather probably trade him. But I love Emmanuel Quickly, and the Knicks don't have a backup point guard. So I go back and forth all the time. I don't know. I think Quentin Grimes could be one of the best two-way wings and 3-and-D players in the NBA. But I also know that Emmanuel Quickly is one of the best backup point guards in the league and was second in the NBA in Sixth Man of the Year. It matters who I'm getting. I know I'm kind of cheating there. It matters who I'm getting. I'll ask you, guys, how about this? If you could keep one of these guys, Emmanuel Quickly or Quentin Grimes, who would it be? Type 5 for Quickly, type 6 for Quentin Grimes. Which guy would you want to keep? I probably lean towards Grimes because I think he could be a starter on a championship team next to Brunson. And I'm not sure you can have a starting backcourt of Brunson and Quickly, even though I think Quickly is a better player than Grimes right now. It's tricky, no doubt about it. I just come back to the salary cap. Can you pay $65 million per year to Quickly and Jalen Brunson and fill out the rest of the roster? I think Quickly's better, though, right now. I think Grimes could be better, though, down the road. But right now, I'm going to go Emmanuel Quickly is better. OG says, I heard some talk, but what's the feeling with adding Van Gundy to the coaching staff? We talked about it in yesterday's video. Chris Mannix of SI reported that there's reports that Jeff Van Gundy has been looking across the NBA to get back in coaching after he was laid off by ESPN. He's been in talk, I believe it was with the Mavericks, another team in the Wizards, about joining their staff on the bench. Does he want to come back to New York, a place he was a head coach, head honcho, and be on the staff next to Tom Thibodeau? We know Tibbs and Jeff Van Gundy are really good friends. I would say I would like to have it because he's a great basketball mind. He knows the city and he knows hoops. But I'm just not sure he'd want to play second fiddle to Tom Thibodeau at this point in his career. I like the question, though, OG. My man Brian, are are you really buying Lillard only wants the Heat? Not saying the Knicks should do this, but part of me thinks he would be open to a couple more teams. You can really only go, though, off of what has been reported and said. And I do think he only wants, or that's the hard ball he's playing. I believe if he got traded to another team that he would show up to training camp. He ain't turning down $50 million guaranteed. He ain't that stupid. Look, if you wanted a no-trade clause, you should have freaking got that in your contract. You want to go play wherever you want? You should have went to NBA free agency. I don't feel one iota of sympathy for Damian Lillard. It sucks because he was one of my favorite players in the league, and now he's acting like a chump. I hate this charade that he's playing right now. I do think he wants to play for the Heat, but I do not think that he is the only destination that he will play for is the Heat. I would keep my eyes on that. I don't think the Knicks should get involved. I think the Celtics could be in play. I think the 76ers could be in play, and probably the Brooklyn Nets as well, as they got a whole bunch of draft ammunition in that Kevin Durant trade. So I don't think that the Heat are the only team he would play for, but I do think the Heat is the main team that he wants to play for. So a little bit of difference right there. Remember, guys, to subscribe to the channel. If we missed your question today, it's because you're not a subscriber. So change that. Join the show, and hit that big red sub button. Become a real one here at Knicks Now. Ronald, what up, man? He said, what about adding OG and DeRozan to the team? Fit seems it would work for both players and with our style. What do you think? I don't know about adding both. I don't know how you would get both. And I don't know where they would both play, right? Is DeRozan going to be your 2 and OG Anunoby is going to be your 3? That could work theoretically, right? What are you giving up in that situation, though? If I had to choose which one of these guys I would want the Knicks to go pursue, it would be OG Anunoby due to age, defense, and just fit. I think DeRozan, I've kind of warmed up to the idea of DeRozan. I know he's older, and I know he's on an expiring deal, but the Knicks could use another guy that can create his own shot. I know he's not a three-point shooter, and that scares me, no doubt about it, but he's someone that can score from the mid-range better than a lot of people that have ever touched a basketball. And he can kind of be your second team's point guard a little bit. He's averaged over 5 and 6 assists in the last couple of years in his career. I think DeRozan is a good player, one of the best mid-range scorers in the league, instant offense, but I don't think he's necessarily a great fit next to Brunson, Barrett, and Randall, as all three of those guys like to operate downhill, and that's DeRozan. That would be 4 guys on your team that want to operate from the free throw line down. I think it would just be a little bit congested when you think about it. So if I had to choose, I would go with OG Anunoby. King Sintis, what up, bro? What if we meet Obi and Pacers in the playoffs and they beat us? What would you say then? I'd be upset, right? What do you want me to say? I'd be pissed. I think a lot of us would be pissed. At this point, if the Knicks don't make it to the conference finals, I'm going to be upset. You got to be better than you were last year, and that was a team that took the Miami Heat to 6 games. The Obi trade was not fun. It was not fun. You got 2 future second-round picks that aren't going to be here until 2028 and 2029. So it wasn't ideal. I think the Knicks may have done Obi a solid in this one, maybe to kind of make up their save face a little bit for the Cam Reddish debacle. But at the end of the day, I think the Knicks were the losers in that trade, and it would hurt like hell to see Obi Toppin balling out against the Knicks in the playoffs and sending us home. That would hurt. That would be a gut punch. Sean, my man, he said late to the chat. Sean, you are never late. You are always on time, my man. He says, hello, fam. Hello, brother. What's going on? What's this about Hart tweeting about Bridges being back with the boys? Yeah, he's been recruiting him on Twitter. We've got a couple of the pictures that we can pop up real quick. So Josh Hart tweeted at Mikal Bridges and said, we're teammates again. And he mentioned Mikal Bridges and Jalen Brunson. Remember, Bridges, Brunson, and Hart were teammates at Villanova, and they both have been, all three, have been added to Team USA. Then Mikal Bridges quote tweeted Josh Hart and said, tampering, where's Adam Silver? And then Josh Hart responded to that and said, what'd I do? I'm talking about Team USA. No, you're not. No, you're not, Josh Hart. You're talking about the Knicks. You're talking about the Villanova Knicks, the Nova Knicks. I'm not saying it's impossible, but it's not all that likely right now. I think we're a summer or 2 away for Mikal Bridges even contemplating the idea of joining the Knicks, which would probably have to be where he demands a trade from Brooklyn. So I hope that answers your question, my man. As always, thank you guys, and I appreciate you guys for tuning in for another episode here at New York Knicks Now by Chat Sports. Love doing these mailbags. Love just getting to interact with you guys. That's Jesus. That's kind of what we pride ourselves on is audience interaction. That's what makes us different from every other Knicks channel out there. We want to be the most interactive, engaging, and informative and entertaining coverage. So I hope we did that, and I appreciate you guys rocking out with us. We'll see you later. Woo! Almost died from a cough attack right there. Seeps almost died from a cough attack.
I was dying right there.
You gave me the cough.
Jeez.
Holy Toledo.
Oh, what a day.
What a day.
Shout out to everybody.
Do you think his lead is safe?
We'll see. It's been quiet over there. I haven't really gotten too many messages from Hirmi.
Yeah, they're in the middle of their game. So, I don't know.
We'll find out.
That's crazy. So there's summer league games on right now?
Yeah. It should be on ESPN Plus, but
Yo, yo, yo. What the heck is up? It's Gucci Man to G. How are we feeling, Knicks fans? Do we think this lead is safe? Do we think the lead is safe?
do we extend it?
I think it might be safe. I don't think they got any juice for us today. This is 3 in a row. We have never lost to the Las Vegas Raiders
This
before.
might be a thing where we, next Friday, we really get this going, and this is, for the sweep.
For the sweep, because it is 3-0.
Yeah.
Oh!
Sharpie!
John Scheffler! We called him out, and he answered the bell.
Wow.
Shout out to John Scheffler, a real one. He says, I'll do a super chat because we're not going to catch you, and I like you guys.
John, stop it.
John.
Stop it, John.
Johnny.
You're making me blush right now,
Oh,
John.
Johnny.
You big dog.
Johnny.
You know what? I brought in one of those happy moms. I'm going to go take one to the face for you, John.
Shotgun one of these over here, Seeps. Do we got a broom out there? Might be time to sweep up the competition. Seriously, though, John Scheffler, everybody here at Chat Sports knows who you are. We know you're a real one, and you've been showing love to Knicks Now and the Raiders Report. That's mad love, my man. John Scheffler, a GOAT here at Chat Sports. Thank you for the very generous contribution. Yeah, so that's the new Happy Dad. It's called a Happy Mom. It's actually just a different flavor. I don't know why they did a whole branding thing right there. As Frank sends in a super chat and says, a comment. Sorry, Frank. He said, hey, Marshall, do you think that the Knicks can land both Bridges and OG Anunoby? I would say no, Frank. I think it's one or the other. Oh! As Peter win a $50 super chat.
My man. Look at the team. Jordan Hawkins.
Where's he at? Okay, I thought that was the Pacers. I would have been problem.
Look at the guy running high pick and roll.
Frank, I don't know if the Knicks can acquire Mikal Bridges and OG Anunoby. I mean, theoretically, yes, they could, right? I think the Knicks will focus on one of those guys, but I do think even if they acquire Anunoby, he could be a trade chip for Mikal Bridges in a couple of years. Just because the Knicks trade for someone right now does not mean that he's going to be a member of this team for the long run. If you can upgrade, I know people always say, you're always trading RJ Barrett. Well, I think if the Knicks traded for OG Anunoby, RJ Barrett would be in that deal from everything I've heard and people I've talked to. So let's say you trade RJ Barrett, Evan Fournier, and maybe a pick or two for OG Anunoby. Then you have Anunoby, and who is a much better trade piece than RJ Barrett, and you could use that guy to go get Mikal Bridges down the road. So just because the Knicks may make a couple of moves does not mean that The Knicks don't want to, this is what I'm trying to say. The Knicks don't want to make moves that take them out of a position to make a bigger move, if that makes sense. They don't want to blow their load before they need to. Put that into perspective a little bit. That's kind of my thought on that. They don't want to go all in for somebody while the Giannis rumors and the Joel Embiid rumors are hot. They're definitely keeping their eyes on Mikal Bridges. I would say those are the three, and I'm going to continue to say it. I believe Devin Booker is a person that the Knicks are still keeping their eyes on. It would be 3 years or 4 years from now, but I believe a long-term play still is Devin Booker for the New York Knicks. But Booker, a four-lifer for the Suns, I could see it. But I would say those, if you got to talk to Leon Rose and it was off the record and you asked him, who are the four players you if you could have anybody, it would be Joel Embiid, Giannis, Booker, and Mikal Bridges. I think that would be his answer. That would be his answer. Wild. Wild, wild, wild. As John Scheffler and Peter Wynn came back-to-back $50 super chats, Patrick Seaman knocking down a happy mom with a beer shotgun. My stomach's feeling a little better, so maybe I can do one here in a second. What happened? A lot? It's a lot? The scent is pungent. Kath says, hey, Marshall, if you had to pick between Giannis and Embiid in 2024 as a pickup, who would you rather have? Giannis. Giannis over Embiid. I just think Giannis is a better basketball player than Embiid. He's more durable. I don't know how old Joel Embiid is. I'll look that up right now. But Giannis is only 28, which is wild. And Embiid hasn't done it yet.
The thing about Giannis I love too, and I feel like people undervalue this, and that's why I still think he's in the best player of the world conversation. I think him and Jokic are tied. I think Jokic obviously gets a nod since he won more recently, but Giannis does the little things as a superstar. I feel like that's so undervalued where it's Giannis is the guy diving on the floor. Giannis is the guy that's, talking on defense, being a leader. Giannis does all the little things. He's working his ass off. He sets the whole tone. He sets the culture. I just don't know if Embiid does that. So,
and he hasn't done it.
He hasn't made the conference finals.
Giannis has been to the conference finals. He's won an NBA championship, and he's won a finals MVP.
He's dropped 50 in a closeout game in the finals. He was down 2-0 in the finals and came back and smacked them 4 straight games.
But if you ask me which one is more realistic, I would say Embiid.
Yeah, Giannis might be a 4-lifer too.
Yeah. But you never know. Look, he doesn't sign that contract extension. It's going to heat up, man.
He's signing that.
How do you know?
I know.
How do you know?
I know.
As Frank, he said in a super chat, we've already answered this for you, Frank. We'll answer it again. Do you think the Knicks can land both OG and Mikal Bridges? Theoretically, yes. It is possible, Frank. But I don't think that the Knicks would want OG. I mean, you could technically have OG and Bridges, right? But
I don't know if you have. That's a ton.
Do you have the assets for that?
I mean, you would have to give up every young piece.
Every young piece and all the picks you got.
God, if I'm the Knicks right now, I'm trying to get Bridges 2 summers from now. I am setting myself up contract-wise. I would extend Brunson instant, as soon as I can. Sign him to a 6-year deal. Get him locked up.
Is there a world where Brunson takes a discount?
I think there 100% is.
Maybe not the max, but $40 million a year?
Well, what if Leon sits down the Nova Cats and says, hey, guys, if you guys want to do this, we can. Just, you need to take $5 million less. You need to take a couple million less. You need to do this. I bet you they all look at each other. They're like, let's do this. Let's go win a championship. So, I mean, what an easy sales pitch for Leon. Be like, you get to play with your college teammates and everything.
Your best friends. Your best friends. Jay Liv is dying for attention. He says, one more time, #Knicks. Is RJ working on his game in the gym 12/7 to improve his I don't know. I would hope so. I would hope so, Jay Liv.
He works out with Tatum's trainer. I know that.
I know they posted a picture recently, Jay Liv, but I would assume. Yeah, I would assume. I would hope so after the terrible regular season that he had.
Especially with all the pressure that's Like the thing with RJ, the pressure's going to mount more and more every year.
You don't get the age excuse much longer. He's already 23.
Yeah.
It's going to be after next season. He will have been in the NBA for half a decade.
Yeah.
So like the young excuses kind of go out the wind at this point. And then he says, so the Knicks don't have to overpay in the trade market. The only way RJ can up his trade value is by doing it in the regular season again in the playoffs. Yeah. The offseason work isn't going to help with that. I would hope so though, right? Like he should be getting up 1,000 threes a day.
Yeah, just catch and shoot.
Give me 300 from each corner, 600, and then I need wing and dead on threes.
Yeah, like, honestly, I feel like these guys in modern day game just undervalue the catch and shoot. Like that is so valuable. Look at Jordan Hawkins.
I was gonna say if he slid through that would have been wild. Jay Liv, I'm sorry if we didn't get to your questions. You can blame Seeps. I don't get to put him on screen. John Scheffler, $20 super chat. John, we appreciate you, brother. Not a Knicks fan, big Warriors fan, but I love your guys' channel, bro. You guys are the real ones. John, you are the real one, my man. Shout out to John Scheffler for the $20 super chat. I'm sorry we took Dante DiVincenzo, the big ragu, from you, but I think he's going to be a good Knick, and I think he'll be a Knick for a long time.
Also, Scheffler, I am all in on the Chris Paul move. I am in the camp. I think it's going to be a great addition to the Warriors. I think even you could run him in the death lineup at the end of the games. Like, I think you can run him and Curry on the floor at the same time. So, Sheffy, I think the Warriors are going to be dangerous next year as well. It's just going to be tough if they run into the Suns or Nuggets in round 2. They're going to probably try to have to avoid them, but, we'll see. We'll see. Runzak, yeah, definitely. Yeah, Scheffler, like his value to that second unit, because, you obviously know watching a ton of Warriors ball. Like, that first unit, they're up and down, high pace, and then you could throw almost the curveball in with Chris Paul where it's like, all right, let me get him pick and roll. And actually, how about this? Fun fact, the Warriors ran pick and roll less than any other team in the NBA last season. Chris Paul, out of any player in the NBA, ran it more than anyone in in terms of every possession. So it kind of I wonder if the Warriors looked at that and was like, we need to get better in the pick and roll. Chris Paul does that better than anybody. I mean, he's still very crafty. So I'm a fan of the move.
Draymond Green, I don't know whose podcast he was on, but he said, when you think about the 2023 Warriors, we were not very multiple. They scored in one way. And he said, the reason we brought in Chris Paul is because we had to get back multiple ways to beat you on offense. And like you said, they didn't run pick and roll. He's the pick and roll god. So they're definitely trying to add more of a diverse portfolio, I guess if you want to say, to their offense with Chris Paul. So it was interesting, but the more I think about it, I like it. And like Scheffler said, he's going to bring the best out of Kuminga. And that's what Draymond Green said as well. He said Chris Paul is going to unlock Jonathan Kuminga.
We saw one of Chris Paul's best careers, or best seasons of his career was that Thunder year in the bubble. He got so much out of guys like Dort and these young prospects the Thunder had. So I think the Warriors are, listen, I hate when people kind of, doubt that organization. I'm sorry. Every single year they've been fully healthy. They have won a championship over the last 10 seasons. Like last year they were healthy in the postseason, but they had the Wiggins drama. Like every year they're fully healthy. They have won the championship. Like they're incredible.
They are a great, well-oiled machine. That is for freaking sure. Well, I think we won.
I think we did win.
I think we won. I don't know if they are even playing at this point anymore.
I
Has the white flag been waved, John Scheffler, on the Raiders report? It might have been. Look, they had a crazy day yesterday.
Yeah.
But we included that and we still won. Shout out, though. You know what's crazy? I know he sent in the huge super chat, 1.7K Venmo from Rob Rodriguez. Take that away, though, and we're still only $900 down.
Really?
And that's 2 days of work.
And that's shout out to everybody else.
Shout out to I know we give Rob Rod all the love, a lot of love, but it's everyone that showed love.
Listen, Michael Jordan's going to have a game where he shoots 3 of 21. You got to have the John Paxsons, the Scottie Pippins, the Dennis Rodmans, the Luke Longleys.
Tony Kukoc.
The Kukocs. One of my favorite basketball players of all time. Shout out.
He had a bag.
Dude, he was tough as.
He had a bag. He was ahead of his time.
I was just going to, if he played in the modern day NBA, that 6'9", 6'10" frame that has the, 3-level scoring ability. Oh, I'm a big fan of Kukoc.
That's good shit right there. All righty. I'm going to message Rob Rod because he said he wanted to do some damage.
All right, Rob. B.J. Armstrong, yeah, for the first stint in Chicago until Jordan had to sun him when B.J. was talking a lot of ish. Oh my goodness!
John says, I mean, I'm not saying anything bad, but without RR, what time you'd be losing big? Well, that's quite literally not even true as well because we're including the Raiders Report Super Chats from yesterday.
Yeah.
So if we just raced today,
we would be kicking.
We would be up 3x, you guys,
Yeah.
without Rob Rod. So, hey.
Ron Hart.
He's our GOAT.
And that's fine.
I don't want to say Peter Wynn says Luke Longley.
Luke Longley.
Peter Wynn was an MVP today, that's for sure. As Shipmaster Kyle.
This is what I got so hype about.
Their first ever Super Chat.
No way.
Shipmaster Kyle has been a real one.
There's no way this is the first one.
I'm shocked
really?
too. I'm shocked too. I did not know this is the first one ever.
Wow, Shipmaster.
I did not know that, but I am glad it has happened. Shipmaster Kyle says, just got paid and had to make sure I came out and supported the real ones. Love the show. Shipmaster Kyle, we love you, my man. We appreciate you. First ever Super Chat. If you Super Chat for the first time today, we're taking shots at tequila from you. Tequila Fridays. Let's go.
Tequila.
Tequila. Shout out to Shipmaster Kyle. Let's freaking go.
Woo!
Woo!
And then Jay Liv coming in with the 10.
As Jay Liv, my man Jay Liv, coming in with a $10 Super Chat, says, unless they can move RJ in a deal without paying through the nose for a vet wing, who no doubt puts them for a real team in the mix, let's see if he improves his game in the offseason. This is the biggest offseason of RJ Barrett's career.
Yeah, I mean, we said it last season it was. I mean, definitely not this season.
Like, if RJ Barrett doesn't come back with a better efficiency,
definitely,
better jumper, more effort on defense, I think he needs to lose 10, 15 pounds. He talked about he picked up muscle and gained weight last year. And I've been meaning to talk about this on the show. Fred Katz of The Athletic, he was on the Knicks Film School podcast. Awesome podcast that covers the Knicks as well. Check them out on all your podcast services as well on YouTube. He mentioned that RJ Barrett, remember when he got sick in the second half of the season?
Yeah.
He lost about 10 pounds. And when he came back to the podium after missing time, beat reporters joked like, dude, you look skinny. And he's like, yeah, I hope I can keep this weight off. So,
okay.
And then he played his best basketball in the playoffs.
Well, because remember we were saying how twitchy he looked in the playoffs compared to the regular season. Like, that was always our big knock with RJ. It's like laterally, he just looked kind of clunky.
Yeah. I think he gained too much weight going into the season. He lost some of that weight when he got sick. Glad he was able to be healthy and get back, but he needs to get back to, he probably was at 230 this year. Let's get back to 218.
Yeah.
218, 220, 6'6", and like a lean, like cut 220. Like, I don't want any pudge. I thought he just looked a little bit thicker last year. Not out of shape. That's not what I'm saying. I just think he went the wrong way about developing his game. But look, Jay Liv, I'll tell you this much. RJ Barrett gets off to another slow start this year. He may be off the Knicks by the trade deadline.
Honestly, yeah.
They may need to upgrade that.
Catch and shoot threes. That is all he needs to be working on.
Literally. Just shoot 35% from three.
And you'll be so effective.
That's all that we need. Jay Liv, great question, and thank you for always supporting.
Dude, this profile.
As Nick Davidoff, a $20 super chat.
Time,
I love this picture, dude.
It fires me up.
I freaking love this picture, Mr. Davidoff. Thank you.
That's awesome.
We love you. He says he's going to watch Summer League games in Vegas.
I'm so jealous.
Shout out to him.
Jealous.
Nick Davidoff, we appreciate you, brother. Love the profile picture. You're stunting on these haters. Huh?
Oh,
it's 2.7 and 1.9, and we included their soups from yesterday.
Yeah, get fucked.
Get after Raiders.
3-0.
Get after that. Yeah. Is there a broom in here? Bring it in here because we're 3-0 in Super Chat battles versus the Raiders. Nick Davidov, we appreciate you, brother. Thank you for all the love. I'm sure this won't be your last Super Chat of the day. As Kath comes in with their first ever Super Chat. We're getting the tequila out for Kath. Says, shout out to the real ones. Shout out to you. You are a real one. Says, Brunson's going to average 28 points per game this upcoming season and will emerge as the best point guard in the East.
What do you
Calling
mean
it now.
What do you mean emerge?
I think he's already the best point guard in the East.
He already is.
I said it in the playoffs.
The playoffs cemented it.
That he's already the best point guard in the Eastern Conference. We can go take a look at some standings. We'll do that. I'm taking Brunson over James Harden.
Yes.
I'm taking Brunson over Trae Young.
Yep.
I'm taking Brunson over Darius Garland.
Yep.
Drew Holiday, I'll put some respect on his name. I think it's really, really close, but I would take Brunson ahead of him. I would actually put Drew Holiday as the second best point guard in the East.
Probably, yeah, definitely. Drew's a bucket, but ain't a great defender, but he's not. He can't do what Brunson does.
He can't be a number one.
He can't. No.
And I'm not saying Brunson could be a number one on a championship team, but he was just a number one that was 2 wins away from getting to the conference finals.
Yep.
And that's about it as it goes for East point guards.
She says LaMelo. Maybe in a couple. I mean, LaMelo's got the talent.
He's got the ceiling, but he's not better than him right now.
Yeah.
And I don't even think it's close, to be honest.
Yeah.
LaMelo probably has more raw talent, a higher ceiling, but he doesn't have the basketball IQ that Brunson has. He's not a winner.
His game isn't as polished either.
Yeah,
Brunson has everything in his bag right now.
Perfectly said, Kath. I'm saying he's already the best point guard. I don't know if he gets you 28 points per game next year, but I'm going over 25.
I think he's going to be 25, 6 and 6. I don't. That's the thing with Brunson. He's making the right plays. He doesn't care about what his scoring output is. Since his high school days. I mean, I said it last summer. 2-time state champ, 2-time national champ. He's got winning in his blood. So, I mean, he could if he wants to. That's the thing. He could go average 30, I feel if he wants to. If he wants to play inefficient
put him in a Mike D'Antoni system, he'd average 30 and 8.
He'd win MVP.
If it was even if you just put him in that high pick and roll. That's just my take. Kath, we appreciate the super chat and we appreciate your first one ever. You will never forget what it feels like right now to have your cherry popped as a first-time super chatter here on New York Knicks Now by Chat Sports. As Nick Davidov back again with a $20 super chat. Davidov, we appreciate you, brother, a legend. If you have another one of those orange hats, Davidov, or one of those glasses, if you send those in, I will wear it on the show.
Please do. Oh my
I will
God,
wear it on the
electric.
show, Davidov.
That would be electric.
Cass says he averaged 27 points per game since January. So, yeah, I don't think it's unreasonable. I think he could average 28. Shoot, but I would guess around 25 and a half.
Yeah.
That would be my guess. But I don't think that you are far off at all, and I hope you're right. I hope you're right, Kath. Davidov, salute, brother. He said, you got it. I'm in, Davidov.
Please do.
As JN7 sends in a $5 super chat, says, the best Knicks channel on YouTube. Love what you guys are doing. Let's go, Knicks. God bless. Thank you for the really kind word, man. Kind words, my man. That's a lot of praise, and I'm not sure we deserve that, but thank you, and we appreciate it. We put a lot of work into this channel. Myself, Patrick Seatman is as well. So thank you. We appreciate it. As Cass says, you guys ever think of collabing with Knicks Fan TV? I would love to do a collab with Knicks Fan TV. I've reached out to CP once before. I did not hear anything back. So I would love to. I think it'd be a lot of fun. I think it would be cool for you guys. I just haven't heard back from him. I sent him a DM, I think on Instagram or Twitter. I'm sure he didn't even see it. I'm sure he gets a lot of those DMs, but I'd love to. If you can get connected with him, I think it'd be a lot of fun for everybody involved to do something like that. CP is the GOAT of Knicks YouTube. He set the stage, and he paved the way for people like us.
Oh, yeah.
As Seeps, the Raiders report is making up some ground.
You know, they're climbing a little bit. They're within 600 right now of us, so we might need a little extra ammunition.
My man Davidov says, if we can we make a summer cookout and meet each other with all Knicks fans? That would be a lot of fun.
I would love that.
A Knicks Now Real One hangout, that'd be a lot of freaking fun. I would enjoy that very much so, Mr. Davidov. Maybe I appoint Mr. Rich Rob as the Knicks Now get-together crew leader, head honcho.
I already met Rich Rob, so we've already kind of done something like that.
Nick said he's in. I know Rich Rob could get it together and make it happen. So I am appointing Mr. Rich Rob as the head of the Knicks Now get-together, and we'll make it happen. How about that? I need to get back up to New York. I need to get back up there. Whoo! What a day. What a day.
So they're up to actually 2-5, Jeremy is telling me, with the combination of yesterday.
Oh, I don't know about that.
That's the word on the street.
Is that true?
Now they're at 2-8.
No way.
Apparently.
I don't believe this.
Apparently we're tied.
So we're tied.
Yeah.
I don't know about that. I'm just saying they went up 1,000 and we didn't hear anything.
Yeah. Not much noise.
I don't know about that, Jim. I don't know about that. Let me go do some investigative reporting.
It's a little sketchy.
Let me do some investigative reporting real quick. Ask him how much in Venmo.
Yeah, Peter, when you got eyes over there?
Peter Wynn, how are we looking over there, Peter? As there's no way. There's no way. No. They're at $6.95 in Super Chats.
So they got 300 in Venmo.
So that would be
$6.99.
plus 300, that's 9, and they were
Plus
at 1.6 yesterday.
So that's 2.5.
They're at 2.5.
Yeah.
$6.95 plus 1,600. It's close. They are banging the gong.
Okay.
They are banging the gong. So maybe they have tied it up. There's some yelling going on now.
And the gong was just banged.
The gong was just banged. We may have celebrated a little early. They just hit the gong, which means they got a $500 Venmo or Super Chat, which I don't know how it's possible if they have $300 in Venmo.
So apparently, Jeremy's telling me they started off with 1.8 yesterday, 700 on YouTube, 300 Venmo.
Mitch said 16. We'll take it, though.
We'll take it.
They tied it up. So they tied it up. They tied it up. I think we're going to have to go with that.
That's a shame.
Is that real? As CPJ says, yo, CPJ, we may need your help, brother. CPJ says, yo. So we're technically tied right now at 2.8. 2.8. As Nick DeVito comes in. I don't believe them, but we'll take it. We'll take it. I'm calling BS as well. Rich Rob. Peter Wynn says, let's go, real one. They're going to step up.
Yeah.
They're going to step up. Maybe they made some calls. I don't know. But we'll figure it out. My man Nick Davidov sending a $20 Super Chat. Also, Peter Wynn sending a $10 Super Chat. Peter says, our goal is the silver 100K sub after this season.
I'll be down. That'd be sick.
If we got up to 100,000 subs,
I'd be on a different level.
That'd be awesome. That would be freaking awesome. That's the goal, though. That is the goal. 100,000 subs.
Right. So this is how we're going to do it. So it's tied right now.
Is it tied?
It's tied.
It's tied.
We're having a 5:45 cutoff.
Whoa.
That's what Jeremy's saying.
5:45. I don't know about all that. Make it 6. We come back with 6.
Okay.
6. He doesn't get to just determine all the rules, especially when we beat you last week. 6 o'clock.
See what they say. I don't know. This could be a thing where they got other things going on.
Should I call Rob Rod?
You might have to.
Let me call Rob Rod. See if he answers. My man Rich Rob said they're buying their own CDs like 50 Cent. Yo, Rob. My guy. So we're tied up, they're saying. They're saying they got up to 2-8.
All right, I just freaking dozed off. Give me a minute.
All righty, I got you, brother.
All right, thanks.
All right.
Here we go. So we're tied at 2-8. We're tied 2.8 to 2.8. I want to walk out of here a winner today on Friday, Seeps.
Let's do it.
We're having a hard cutoff for 6 p.m.
6 p.m. 6 p.m.
Put the clock on there, Seeps. We're 26 minutes away. 26 minutes away. I'm dead at that, Rich, by the way. John Borelli says, woke up to some madness. He did. Oh, man. Jeremy understands we're cutting it off at 6.
We just confirmed.
We confirmed.
And whoever loses has to end stream and do shot funds on the other channel.
Yes, whoever loses has to go to the other channel. Peter Wynn? Yes, Peter Wynn. Same number. Same number, Peter Wynn. Same number. Holy Toledo. This is going to get crazy in these last 25 minutes.
There we go.
25 minutes. What's going to happen? Buckle up, fellas. Buckle up. Let's ride.
All right, 25 minutes, tied up. Fourth quarter, game 7. The best 2 words in sports.
I love that. I love that. Oh, lordy, lordy, lordy.
Oh, you trying to put bulls on this piece?
Yeah. What?
Whatever.
The loser of the Super Chat battle has to go onto the other channel and humiliate themselves and do a beer shot fun race.
Let's go.
I'm kind of nervous.
I'm a little
I feel
nervous
like the
as
Raiders
well.
report has come back. There's been
Oh,
some
no.
cheating. Oh, no. What are they at? Oh, no.
They're up to 3. They took this personal.
They're up to 3,000.
They took it personal.
Oh, no.
They took it personal.
No.
They took it personal.
Crimmy.
They're screaming over there.
Crimmy, we need you,
They're
Crimmy.
screaming.
We need you, Crimmy.
They're screaming. These are the largest Venmos in chat sports history. 3,500 from Raider Ron was the largest one we have ever received. Oh my goodness.
23 minutes.
23 minutes and then it's over.
And it's over. And
That's
it's
it.
over. Oh, Crimmy buying too many cars this month. My man Crimmy showed me his car collection. Elite. Elite. Rich Rob said they took it to their families and personal Venmos. I call cap.
Nah, they got a wagon over there, Rich Rob.
They are a wagon. They're a wagon.
Yeah, they are it.
John Scheffler said, I came to play. Johnny, you made it interesting, brother. You made it interesting. 22 minutes. What is going to happen? what is going to happen in these final 22 minutes as we are down $200 right now to the Raiders report in a super chat battle. I'm not going to say I'm nervous, but my adrenaline is definitely coming up a little bit.
Oh, I'm nervous.
I'm not doubting any of the Knicks Now real ones. I'm not doubting them. I'm not doubting them.
I got faith.
I got faith. But we are losing at this moment.
We are down.
We are losing. 6Nitch9 says, I hope you lose. I want to see you be humiliated. That would be cool for you, wouldn't it?
That's a low blow. Dog.
That'd be cool for you, wouldn't it?
Hating.
Michael said, a lot of smoke was blown when they was asking for this. I think they asked for it last week.
Yeah, they're the ones that wanted this, so.
Oh, lordy, lordy, lordy.
Loady.
We'll see. We got 21 minutes.
Oh, Grady Dick's playing in this game.
Shitmaster, he is an op. He's an op. He's my biggest hater. He's my biggest hater. Oh, man. What are we going to do? I'm going to say for the rest of the 21 minutes, if you send in a $50 super chat at this point, I'm doing a beer shot fund. $50 super chat, I'll do a beer shotgun. Peter Wynn says all set.
Oh, no. We'll see, everybody. We will see. We are under 20 minutes. We are under 20 minutes. Oh, my goodness.
I sent it right the second time. As we have a new leader! Da-da-da, da-da-da, a $500 Venmo! Peter Win! Bang!
They took it personal.
Peter Win! He said I did Zelle. We don't have a Zelle graphic.
We got it.
So we got it on Venmo. Maybe we need to make a Zelle graphic. Peter, we got it. You're a real one. And we have taken the lead.
Here
New
we go.
York Knicks Now by Chat Sports is back on top. Holy shit, we're up
Wow.
300. The lead is not safe.
Wow.
It is not
Peter.
safe. It is not safe at this point, though.
Peter,
Peter Win with the honcho.
take it out. Put it on the table, Peter Win. Peter, the pumpkin eater.
Is Brett out there?
We got shot fun from Brett.
No, I don't think Brett's out there. Is Brett or Yodes here? They're meeting in the back. So they're not
18 minutes remaining here. 18 minutes remaining.
I don't know what it is. I don't know what to tell him. All right.
As we have a slight lead. It's a wagon over there at the Raiders report, everybody. We're only up 300, and there's 18 minutes left, and we know what they're capable of. They bring it every single show. Can't take you down by myself. Scheffler's going for it.
Scheffler's going for it.
Scheffler's going for it. What's a...
Try to get a little PayPal going. I don't have PayPal. I don't have a PayPal. As we are in the lead right now,
Slight lead.
but it's not safe.
Not safe.
Scheffler, give us more Crims, Dad. LOL. Peter Wynn says, let's go, real ones. Take the big lead.
Hey,
Peter,
we here.
you have done more than enough, Peter. You are the definition of a GOAT. You're the definition of a GOAT, Peter.
Grady Dick taking the floor.
That is wild. That is wild. John Scheffler says they already gave you money, no more. Hey, man, it's a race. And I'm going to say it, Seeps, we're crushing them right now.
We got it. Well, I don't know about that. I don't know if I want to say
As
that.
OG comes in with a $30 super chat. Shout out to OG.
Let's go, buddy.
OG, the homie, he said had to contribute to the Knicks cause, the definition of a real one. OG. Shout out to OG in the building. My man is a GOAT here on New York Knicks Now by Chat Sports.
Appreciate it, Brody.
Appreciate you, OG. OG.
I'm going to go knock down another fun for y'all.
He said it's been done. He said it's been done. All righty, let's do a shot fun, Seeps. What do you say? Let's do a shot fun. As my man, I Am Jules, sent in a $10 Cash App. Shout out to I Am Jules, a legend. It's over! It's over! It's over! It's over! Call off the dogs! Call off the dogs! Call off the dogs! It's over! Get the graphic! Get the graphic! It's over! Holy shit! A new record at Chat Sports! Rob Rodriguez! It's over, ladies and gentlemen. It's over. Holy shit. He whipped it out. He put it on the table, and he said, it's over. It's over. The biggest Venmo, Super Chat, PayPal this company has ever seen. A $3,600 Venmo. Rob Rodriguez, the GOAT, the GOAT.
Rob, you coming to the studio? We need to make it happen.
Rob,
You're invited.
Rob, you are coming
Paid for.
to the studio. We are going to take care of this.
Oh my God.
Holy effing shit.
Wow.
What? Just bow down. We are not worthy. We are not worthy. Holy shit. This is not real. This is not real life. Rob Rodriguez has taken the lead
Oh my God.
as the biggest super chat, of all time. Yes. 100%. 100%. Trace, are you thirsty? Well, we just got a $3,600 Venmo. Are the new guys here? Fill those boots, rookies. Fill those boots up, rookies. Let's go. Fill the boots. Rob Rodriguez.
might gotta go to Miami. You might gotta go.
We might be going to Miami.
Might be going to Miami.
Fill the boot, Smitty. Chippy, get a boot. Get a boot. Let's go.
Going to Miami.
Get your boots in here. Let's go. Get your boots. Let's freaking go.
All right, I'm taking down this. Hang on.
Holy shit.
Oh my goodness.
Rob Rodriguez has done it. He talked a big game, and he lived up to the bill. John Borelli, a Chat Sports legend, says, mad respect. Guess everyone's doing boots. We're all doing boots, Borelli. A huge day for Chat Sports as we continue to absolutely crush it here on YouTube. Shout out to you guys.
Rob Rodriguez.
Rob Rodriguez.
Heard about the legend that is?
He's here. He's in the building.
He's here.
He's there. He's every fucking where. Rob Rod. He's here. He's there. He's every fucking where. Rob Rod. Oh my God. Oh, he told me he fell asleep, but he came back. It's the new Kraken tool. He wasn't even nervous. All righty. Why is he not a? Why is Marquise Noel not a Knick? It's a joke.
You are a Knick. Aren't you playing? Don't you
Other camera. Are those real? All righty.
Oh, Noel.
All right. Shout out to everybody that has tuned in today. Shout out to everybody that has super chatted. You guys are awesome. We got to do it one more time. He's here. He's there. He's every fucking way. Rob Rod. Cheers.
If you're not spamming Chug in the comments right now, I don't know what you're doing. Spam Chug. Everyone spam Chug in the chat.
New guys. We got 2 new employees here at Chat Sports. They're throwing down the boots, and they had to stop, but they'll be okay.
They'll be all right.
Take your time, Smitty and Chippy. Take your time. We also have a live dolphin. I can't believe y'all did that. If you were here for when the Knicks signed Dante DiVincenzo, we let you know that we rented an aquarium for a week. You're good. We got a week extent. Trace, teach them the ways. They need something else in. Thank you. Smitty, Chippy, love the orange. Love you guys. The new guys were even wearing their orange for the Knicks today. We are going to bring back the live dolphin on air. We got an extension on the aquarium in the tank in the back. Welcome back, Dolphin Jack. Dolphin Jack. Oh,
I know you guys missed me. I'm back.
He's back.
Let's go, Knicks.
Let's go, Knicks. Go, New York, go, New York, go. Go, New York, go, New York, go. Go, New York, go, New York, go. What a show. Oh, my God. You guys are freaking legends. Oh, here it comes. Rob Rod. With great honor, I take the gavel, and I'm doing this for Rob Rodriguez. He's here. He's there. He's every fucking where. Rob Rod. He's here. He's there. He's every fucking where. Rob Rod. Rob, this is for you, brother. The biggest super chat or Venmo this company has ever seen.
The most ever sent in on one show.
The most ever sent in on one show. $5,300. Rob Rod, he's here. He's there. He's every fucking where. Rob Rod. Rob Rod. What a day. What a day for Rob Rodriguez and Knicks Now by Chat Sports. I didn't think this was possible. We did it.
Unreal.
Shout out to Mitchell Renz, the GOAT, the king of chat sports.
I'll tell you this right now. Raider Ron has held that record for I've been working here since 2017 of September. So that's a long time. I've also had a few drinks, so bear with me a little bit.
Never forget.
Raider Ron has held that record. He's held both of those records for as long as I've worked here. So Robert Rodriguez, I got to tip my cap to you. This is the first time in chat sports history that the Raiders Report has ever lost the Super Chat battle. I want to say we were like 70-something, and now we got the one. Shout out to Knicks Now. That was incredible. And shout out to Robert Rodriguez. Big shout out to Marsh. I'm a man who's going to pay my debt.
No, this is them. I didn't do anything.
I
We got the best damn fans in the world. Seriously. Thank you.
Rob, if you don't got a favorite NFL team, the Raiders.
I
I got a shot fun. I gotta go get one.
I hate saying the word thank you on this show because it doesn't even quantify the amount of gratitude and thanks I'm trying to show. So I'm just going to say thank you. I don't have a better word. I don't know what to say except thank you. To Peter, to Rob.
Soon. You're coming to Chat Sports.
Rob Rodriguez, you are coming to Chat Sports to hang out with the crew. I'm going to give everybody a shout-out, though, that has super chatted today. Shout out to Peter Wynn, Kingdom Come Music, Peter Wynn again, Boner, Sean, Peter Wynn again, Rich Rob, Rob Rodriguez. Well, actually, Rob also sent in a $100 super chat, so that's $3,700. What's $3,700 plus 17?
37, 47, 55. Plus 17?
54.
Yeah.
54. Shout out to Tony, Quentin Gilliam, S Teacher Planner, Jay Boogie, Peter Wynn again, Jay Liv, Cisco, Fernando, Matthew Peterson, Fernando again, So Real 13.
Invalid.
All right, take Petey's $2 out. Ace of Spade, Peter Wynn again. Jay Liv, Johnson U, William McConaughey, Jay Liv, Crimsdad, Rich Rob, Frank Serrano at 200, John Scheffler, Peter Wynn again, Peter Wynn.
Does the John Scheffler count towards Raiders?
Frank Serrano, John Scheffler again, Shipmaster Kyle, Jay Liv, Nick Davidoff, Kath, Nick Davidoff, Jay and 7, Peter Wynn, Nick Davidoff, OG, and John Borelli. He says, everyone got to get to chugging, you little effing weasels.
It's unbelievable. I'm telling you, Rob, what you did today will be something that we will talk about probably every day. We will talk about it every single week, every team meeting. You just cementing yourself in chat sports history, and from the bottom of not only Marshall's heart, but
Seriously.
like we don't keep the money. It doesn't go into our pockets. Like this goes into making Knicks Now even better, right? And like Raiders, we do 2 videos almost every day. You do shit like this, Knicks Now is going to be making 2 videos every single day. I can promise you that.
Seriously, thank you. We love you guys.
First kid named Rob.
At least the middle name. At least my middle name of the son that I have one day will be Rob Rodriguez. I'm going to join you boys. The whole middle name is Rob Rodriguez.
I shall name him John Rob Rodriguez Green.
I am going to do this. Rob, thank you, brother. Seriously. Also, Peter Wynn sent in probably over $1,000 today. Peter, you're an MVP. You've been an MVP before. You won the Chat Sports basketball during NBA free agency coverage. We're going to take care of you as well, Peter. If you're ever in Dallas, you ever want to come to the studio, you are more than welcome, Peter Wynn. Thank you. We love you guys. And let's get to chugging, you little effing weasels. Here we go.
Let's go. Spam Chug in the chat. Shout out to Rob Rodriguez. Legendary stuff. This was his Jordan Game 6 performance. He lived up to all the expectations out there.
Are you shitting me?
Are you sure?
Bro, mine was stuck. I got a wet leg.
I just wet it all over Mitch.
I got a wet leg. Dude, mine got stuck. I had to like force pull it out.
Rob, if you didn't know, these are the Raiders Report duo, the best Raiders Report, best Raiders channel in the world.
Never lost.
He's never lost.
Dang it. Never lost.
Shout out to the Raiders Report.
Never lost.
Literally the number one super chat channel in the world, number one Raiders channel in the world, show in the world, U.S. sports, whatever you want to call it. When you're looking at Mount Rushmore, when you're looking at Mount Rushmore of YouTube sports channels, the Raiders Report is up there. And what we did today
Perfect time to have your
will not be forgotten. Oh, man. Shout out to you guys.
Marshall walking into his preview.
Hopefully. Hopefully.
Marshall walking in like,
Seeps,
I'm here to
what do you got to say right now?
talk about Knicks.
I'm just speechless. Shout out to Rob Rod. I mean, this is incredible.
Wow.
Lived up to the hype.
I am Jules. You're the best. It's not me. It's y'all. So, think about it like this.
You a little.
If we put out videos that nobody watched, we wouldn't do videos. So,
Yeah.
without you guys watching, engaging, and freaking doing what you guys did today, pretty freaking wild.
We
The wall with the drink scented.
No, I didn't know what to do. I almost pulled it out.
I don't know what to do with
I don't know, Rob. I don't know what to do with my hands.
Rob, I got one more final deal for you.
Oh, fuck.
What?
I'm scared this is where it's gonna go.
If you, since Rob, what's the number?
5,400 today.
54. All right, just from a mathematical standpoint, we got to get it to 55.
55 is a round number.
55 is a good number. If you get the 55 today, Rob, and you put it at,
I'll shit my pants a lot.
I'll give you another shot fund for taking down the Raiders Report. Because,
I will join.
oh, you're gonna join?
I will join.
How much for you to shit yourself?
If Rob sends in 3,700 and beats his record, I'll shit my pants right now here on Knicks Now.
You will?
I swear to God, I would shit my pants right here.
I'm not shitting you.
There you go. I'm not shitting you.
Shout out to Mitch.
Jackson,
Seriously,
Jackson, he do it for 500.
if it wasn't for Mitchell Renz, 100 super chat. Bang!
Let's go.
He's there.
He's every fucking where. Rob Rod. Rob Rod. He's here. He's here. He's every fucking where. Rob Rod. Rob Rod.
Woo!
Holy shit.
Tyler has no idea any of this happened. He left at like 4.
He also got here at 10. Wow. Seriously, though, if it wasn't for Mitch, I wouldn't have a job here. Seeps wouldn't have a job here.
For real.
They have laid the foundation for us, so we are forever thankful for them.
He's laid so much foundation.
But we got that dub today.
Yeah.
We got the dub today. Hey, hold on. Come here, Seeps. Come in the screen. We'll scoot this way. You ready, Seeps? Yo, Raiders Report! Don't you wish you played for the Knicks? Don't you wish you played for the Knicks?
I just want y'all to know when it's in the middle of
No, it doesn't count.
free agency next year, y'all are getting challenged.
Preseason week 1. Preseason week 1.
Free agency.
Hand me a dad. There's some out there. Can we get a happy dad in here? Is anyone out there?
And if anybody from Raider Nation sends 100, I'll do a shot fun as well.
That's John Borelli and John Scheffler.
There's probably, I know Buddy Bear's in there. If anybody from Raider Nation sends in 100,
Yo, Raiders Report. Don't you wish you played for the Knicks? Can you do it?
All that for the 5 seed.
Whoa. The Raiders haven't won a playoff game in 20 years. Borelli said watch it. Borelli, it's with all respect. It's with all respect, Borelli. You know you're a goat in my book. I need one. All righty. Not yet. Chugs, you're not doing one?
I said if Raider Nation sent in 100, I would. Nobody has.
Oh, my God. Get a frickin' happy mom and rip it.
What am I? A happy mom. What am I, Tyler?
I'm not going to lie. I'm impressed. I shook the shit out of that.
You asshole. All righty.
Whoa. Mitch, you have your phone.
Oh, shit. Get a happy mom. This is incredible. This is incredible. As Jeffrey says, Knicks haven't won a championship in 50 years.
Yeah, have fun watching Aiden O'Connell next week.
Yeah, have fun with O'Connell. I can't believe what happened today. You know what? I can as well. I'm not going to doubt the people here at Knicks Now. But,
John!
Borelli! Bang!
All right.
All right. It's a four white guys on screen doing it.
4 guys, 4 cups. What could you want?
Here we go. 3, 2, 1. I was curious what you were about to do. The Happy Mom Raspberry is fire.
The Happy Mom Raspberry?
It's very good.
That's what we had at in Vegas when we went to Barcode. They had
The best part about Rob Rodriguez is he's also a Giants fan. Rob. I will say this.
Oh, is he on Giants?
He is on Giants. He was our MVP during the draft. I will say whatever week we play you guys, it is
Week
going to be
9.
wild.
Week 9, the Raiders will take down the Giants.
Raiders, Giants, week 9. I am scared for what is coming.
I promise all of you right now, the Raiders report will take down Giants now when the Raiders play the Giants week 9.
Rob said never.
I will make a bet on
Oh!
Megalodon boot on the game.
John Scheffler! Bang! Johnny Scheffler. He's a Raiders fan. He's a Warriors fan.
He's put in over 1,000 today.
My man, is he a Mount Raider more?
He said
Close.
he's contending for it. He's getting real close.
I think on Knicks today alone, he's sent in 200 as well.
Yeah.
I need a happy dad as well. John Scheffler. Rob Rodriguez says, let's make a bet for week 9. Rob, they don't want smoke. Rob, they don't want the smoke, dude. They can't fuck with us, Rob. They can't. They can't do it. Oh my gosh. I'm like almost cutting myself open these happy moms. Rob Rodriguez. Yeah.
Scheffler!
I was going to do one for Sheffy. Can I get a happy dad mom in here? Jack? I'm sorry. Jack is upset that I need a happy dad to drink. John Borelli says Rod ain't here. Do you mean Raider Rob? Raider Ron?
I'm going to tell you this right now. I'm going to text
Raider Ron!
I'm going to text Ron tonight. Ron hasn't spent a penny in
Thank
a
you,
very
Jackson.
long time. Ron's going to get his record back.
I don't doubt that. And I am scared what those two are going to do in competition.
I'm really
Rob Rodriguez, John Borelli, John Scheffler, the last 3 $100 super chats. You guys are awesome. You guys are awesome. Borelli, it's all fun and games, brother. You know I ain't serious. Crim's dad says go home. We've been live for 3 hours. We've been live for 3 hours. I think the madness is over.
Thank you, guys.
I need a bet. What's a stronger way to say thank you?
I don't think there is. Like,
Rob Rod said the bet he wants to make for week 9 is the loser pays the winner a match on the winning amount.
that's dangerous.
That's
Rob.
dangerous, Rob. That is dangerous.
Great idea.
That's
though.
great. It is a great idea. All righty. We've been live for 3 hours. The best show in Knicks Now history. I'm going to end it with a happy dad.
Let's ride.
Wait, Borelli said we're his 3rd favorite channel. Who's 2nd?
Saints.
Okay. If you want to be, that's okay. Trizzy's your guy. I get that. Is it Texans?
It will be Texans.
Borelli, you've always supported us. You've always showed a lot of love. All I can say is thank you, man. That means a lot to me. Seriously. Huh? Well, OTPHJ? Oh, OTPHJ? John Scheffler says we're his 2nd favorite channel.
Hell yeah, Sheffy.
Behind Texans. Raiders is 4th behind Dolphins. John Scheffler, seriously, honestly, I already ran through all the super chats. I'm freaking wasted at this point. Crim's dad said this is my 2nd favorite channel. Yeah, Crimmy. No, Crimmy, this is your 3rd favorite channel.
Yeah.
Yeah.
About 7-1.
I do have a question, not to push it today. What is the most you've ever gotten, Vinny and Supers? 10, 12, 14? Yeah. 12K is the biggest super chat amount in Raiders Report, a.k.a. Chat Sports history.
I'll make you a deal. I will wear a Knicks jersey out tonight when we go party for a birthday party. You set the number, and I'll do it.
That's elite. 2 zeros? Or was that 3?
2.
All right.
That's the deal.
That's the deal. If we get a $200 super chat or total, I am going to wear the Rob Rodriguez Giants jersey out to the bar tonight as we go party, as I have a Rob Rod jersey for the Giants. Could you actually go grab that real quick? Thank you, Mitch. Yeah. Yeah.
What are we up to? Combined everything.
7-1.
Rob Rodriguez. Hey, you know what I was talking to them about? Rob Rod should come and stew for a preseason watch party.
I agree. We want Rob Rod to come to the studio. He said he's coming to Dallas for the Giants-Cowboys game, but I need him here sooner than that.
Yeah, preseason watch party, man. We'll fly him out.
Rob says that number wasn't even a competition, more so considering they carried over 1,600. Rob fucked on the Raiders Report today.
He put him in the dirt today.
Wow. So Mitchell Renz gave a great idea. He said if we get a $200 super chat or in total, he's going to wear a Knicks jersey out to the bar tonight. We're going out as coworkers. One of our coworkers' girlfriends, it's her birthday tonight, so I'm already pre-gamed for the bar. I'm going to wear my Rob Rod jersey tonight no matter what, because he is a legend and he's helping me out a lot in this channel, in this company. But Mitch said he would wear the Knicks jersey out as well. I'm going to do this beer shot fun. That's it. Double R.
Double R.
Double R.
Something about the double R's, man.
That's what
There's a
John
lot-
Borelli said.
There's a lot of double R's.
The double R. Rob Rodriguez. He was our Super Chat MVP during the NFL draft. He has been the Knicks Now Super Chat MVP all summer long.
Yeah,
Shout out to you guys. All I know is, Raiders fans, Week 9, we're coming for your head top.
It's going to be on.
Week 9 is going to be
tight.
lit. I'm scared. I am
It's gonna be
scared
fun.
for Week 9.
You better not drink or eat anything for a month.
I need to eat a whole buffet before I come to work to soak
real,
it up. Holy shit.
All right.
Rich, I'm actually trying to send you that jersey, Brody. You deserve it. Flea deserves it. Rich, send me your shipping address, Rich. Y'all need this. Y'all deserve this jersey. I don't. There's no reason for me to have it. I want you guys to have it. Rich, send me your shipping address, Brody. Rob Rod, Double R. What a day, Seeps.
What a day.
What a freaking day. We're gonna end it with a beer shotgun, and then we're gonna bounce.
Let's do it.
It's been a
Good
hell
way
of a
to end
week.
it.
It's been a hell of a month.
Be great. Everybody be
Rich,
great.
the only thing. Rich, does Flea know about the jersey? Rich, let me know. Does Flea know about the jersey? All righty. I can't do much more after this. Rob Rodriguez says Giants versus Raiders is going to be like playing against a pee-wee team.
Facts, yo.
See, I'm scared for Week 9.
Rob, they're a different beast during the NFL season.
Raiders Report is different. They did 12K in a show. I mean, you've sent in 58, 57 today.
Giants versus Raiders, Week 9.
It's going to be like a pee-wee football game.
Hey, you definitely don't know Raider Ron and David Zahn, because they're going to tag team you like your name is Lily and you're on a casting couch.
Oh,
He says, funny that my nickname is Beast. I'll take them all myself.
wow.
Rob,
Hey.
I will never doubt you again. I will never doubt you again, Rob.
All right.
All righty. I'm going to chug this, then we're out of here.
Marsh taking it down. Double R, we appreciate it more than you know. Goes a long way here at Chat Sports, so thank you guys so much. It's a great day. It's a great day. You're just going to get more Knicks content just because of this, so really do appreciate it. Shipmaster Kyle, first Super Chat today. Shout out to you as well. That was sweet, but thank you guys so much. Marsh and I are going to go have ourselves a night. Shout out to you, Double R. Shout out to everybody here at Chat Sports as well, and everybody sending a super chat. It goes a long way, man. It goes a long way. Only reason we're live today is because of you guys.
Seriously. Rob, everybody, Peter Wynn, we love you guys. Thank you. Let's fucking go. What a dub today, Seeps.
What a dub. Good win.
Yo, Raiders Report. Don't you wish you played for the Knicks? We're out of here. Love you, boys. Borelli, you're my boy. Rob, the biggest super chat channel or performance in chat sports history. It will never be forgot. Love you, boys.